Fandom Menace isn't just a bunch of toxic males. It's toxic femininity brought to you by Midnight's Edge with Alora OG Star Wars girl, Geeky Candy, and your hostess with the mostest, Mary Mayhem.
Welcome to the hottest place on the internet every single week, Monday nights at 9 p.m. Central and 10 Eastern. That's right, it's Toxic Femininity once again here on Midnight's Edge. With us is a special guest, Lorena Creole, if I could say it right, if I could talk.
Hi, everyone. I love that little pun you had there. Just digging in a little deeper to the hottest place on the internet.
I meant because you ladies are so hot. That's what I meant, not like physically. Like Mary's burning up right now because she's in the middle of like 900-degree weather. So let's send her all the cool vibes we can, folks.
Yes, please.
But do you have a YouTube channel yet, Lorena? Or are you just still on YouTube and stuff?
She does.
Well, I have one that I'm working on.
You're working on it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to be entertained while I make all the mistakes trying to get it up and running, you can go ahead and sub to me.
She's not going to make too many, though, and I'll tell you why, guys, because we are literally going to walk her through this. We cannot wait for her to have this up and running. So we are going to get her going as quick as we can. I'm so excited. I can't see straight.
But of course, we want to welcome you back to Toxic Femininity once again.
Yes,
and of course, right below me here is the lovely Geeky Candy. Thank you so much for being here, Geeky Candy. I know you're under the weather a little bit, however you want to put it.
No. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, you know, Mary's up there. It's just so hot up there. Here I am laying in bed with a what is this? A heating pad on my entire body because I'm just having some crazy back pains lately with this. I don't like talking about my pregnancy, but it's a lot of fun these days, and it's taking my mind off the bullshit that I'm watching on Star Wars Twitter feed right now, taking my mind off what I'm seeing today, because again, last week was one thing. I did not think we were going to have to go through this again.
Let's face it. All this news has got our little toxic femininity baby in there just getting so toxic. She can't take it anymore.
My God.
She's bursting and get out.
She is literally kicking and screaming. I can imagine right now. I am. Oh God.
She's marinating in the toxicity
She
right
can't
now.
take it anymore. She gotta get out. She gotta get out. Speaking of Star Wars. Oh, go ahead, Mary.
No, I was gonna say, poor Candace. She's such a trooper. She's over there.
Okay.
The woman is a legit trooper. She's over there doing her absolute best. She's not on camera, and that's because the poor woman is like straight up laid up.
I look ridiculous. But know this, chat. You're getting bedside chats with Candace tonight,
Ooh.
And so I don't know what that's going to involve, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. Something like that.
I remember when I had my first beer.
I wish I could have one.
I don't know what that has to do with anything. I just needed something to break the tension.
Now I'm jealous. Thanks, Tom. I could use a drink.
I shouldn't have even put that.
You don't show a pregnant woman.
Wine's my choice.
You don't go near the alcohol till after the baby's born.
Well, I'm not going to, ever. Even if there's a fire.
As I understand, a glass of red wine, right?
I think you can have a sip or two, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Consult with your doctor before doing this, pregnant lady.
I don't want to say anything. That seems like a touchy subject.
Hey, if it was 100 years ago, they'd be like, "Toke up, woman."
Yeah, be like
Willie Woodward send you fine ladies $2. Wanted to say hi to you, lovely AF ladies, and Tom. I know what AF means, but I'm not going to say it.
That's right.
I know. I'm not going to say
Willie's great. Thank you.
Nelson Shrita says what, Mary?
Moo.
And Jeff from the Rookie Critic is always, how you doing, sir? $2. Jeff. May the Monday be with you always. We're gonna say May the 4th be with you. We own that shit. They can suck our
Yeah, no,
Dinglings.
they can suck our left freaking nut, acting like we're not allowed to.
They can suck Mary's left chesticle.
Maybe so.
Testicle. There we go.
Hey, don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. They got someone for us over there. They got our girl now,
Oh,
the golden gal. I can't wait to talk about it.
so much.
Wait.
Right.
Hey,
now.
wait, real quick. Can we introduce everybody?
Yeah, we got some more people to introduce. My bad. I got sidetracked by Mary there. My apologies.
I mean, I have
speaking
ADD,
of Star
but
Wars
damn.
with that awesome Star Wars shirt on, we have Alora, the OG Star Wars gal. How you doing?
I am doing great and ready to smash into this hashtag stuff and all this crazy headland stuff. Man, headland is just I'm sorry. Headland.
Yeah, literally
I know, the
everything
jokes
is
write
disturbing.
themselves.
Yeah.
Uh,
My mind went off with that. That's so bad.
This sucks camel dicks.
That it does.
and last but not least, the mistress of mayhem herself, Mary B. How you doing?
I'm going to be on and off camera tonight, guys. It is a freaking oven in my room. I'm going to do my best to channel the rage that I'm feeling right now, but I literally just screamed at my brother a few minutes ago as he walked. He was
White
like,
male rage.
"What time are you going live?" And I was like, "Literally now!"
I hear Dad's laughing. I'm sorry. I admit it. I was kind of laughing, but I feel bad for Mary because she's roasting over there. But while you're at it, Mary, why don't you get this super chat?
Terminus for $5 says, "All these COVID meat shortages I'm hearing about. Joaquin Phoenix, wet dreams are coming true."
Stop drinking the milk, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Silver Phantom.
Ugh.
You gonna get that?
Well, somebody had to take over for Sean Penn, I guess. It was Joaquin Phoenix. And then he just misunderstood, like, oh, yeah, he was the milk. Oh, milk. We got to be against milk. Okay.
As the mother mooer cries for the
That
baby.
is a really deep cut joke. If anybody gets that, I applaud you. Silver Phantom X sent $5. I really do miss Taco Bell. Taco Bells are still open in most areas. You just got to go through the drive-through.
Taco Bell's totally open. I got myself a freaking cheesy gordita crunch the other day. It was glorious.
Yeah, I know. And you know what they have now, ladies?
What?
I don't know if I doubt any of you are old enough to remember this. But there was at one time we had multiple kinds of chalupas, not just one, when they first came out. And one of them is called Baja chalupas.
Okay, yeah.
They have Baja sauce now in the stores because they quit doing it at Taco Bell for years. You can now buy Baja sauce in stores.
I love the Baja sauce. It's so yummy.
I know.
They put it on the quesaritos.
Well, yeah, and it used to be in between the flatbread and the crunchy taco in a cheesy gordita, but they switched over to their spicy ranch.
Okay.
It's similar, but it's not the same. Yeah, it's similar, but it's not the same. Yeah,
It's not the same.
I make tacos at home, but I would love to have Taco Bell.
Oh, I mixed it with tacos last week. I was in fucking heaven.
Homemade tacos are a lot better, though. Honestly,
They are, especially with the flour tortilla, and you warm it up in the oven.
But yes, we got another super chat. Ooh.
Yes, we got.
Sister Harriet, you guys are making me hungry. $5 from Australia. Thank you so much from the land down under. We love Sister Harriet. She always brings us good tidings. Hi, ladies and Tom, listening while at work. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you listening to us while you're at work. That means you must be a. Well, of course, if you're in Australia, I don't know how they're doing things over there. So, I don't know if you're somebody who's a necessitative worker, however they put it here or whatever.
Essential.
Yep. Essential. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. I can't talk. Larry, send us.
Necessitate.
Yeah, whatever. You knew what I meant. Larry, you're a good friend.
I got a necessitate for you.
May 25th is when we heard May the Force be with you. Yes, Larry, that is true. But this May the 4th thing started 30, 40 years ago almost. I mean, it's almost as old as Star Wars itself. Yeah. We'll get into that a little later, I think, won't we, guys? If we get some time. But we have a lot more other stuff to get into. Speaking of May the 4th be with us, Mark C also sends us $5. May the 4th used to be a fun day. Now it just feels dirty. Can we please get together and celebrate Star Wars Day on the 25th? I'm to the point where I'm just ready to give up on Star Wars altogether.
Yeah, I don't, because they would commandeer that as well, right? It doesn't matter at this point. They're going to commandeer whenever they're going to commandeer, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't, because they feel like they have ownership. We'll get into this, but and let me actually write that down. 4th as opposed to the 25th. I'm going to write that down on my notes here, and we can come back to that, and we can actually get into it in depth. Yeah.
And then we got Robert Bermia, $5. If you miss Taco Bell, they sell their seasoning, cheeses, and salsas and whatnot in stores. I make Taco Bell at home right now.
Y'all are making me so goddamn
I know.
hungry.
I'm gonna
I
hit
know.
you.
Talking about food in front of a pregnant woman. That's
I don't
one
know
that
if they're
bleeds
exactly the
salsa.
same,
I freaking love Mexican food, and this is all we're talking about right now. God damn it! Y'all are killing me here.
You're gonna have to text hubby. Get me some Taco Bell pronto.
I have
yes,
an
send them on a
idea.
mission.
When this,
Give
so
me
when
some
this all goes down
queso.
with the baby or whatever, like whenever she actually has when this thing pops, I say we all, instead of sending like flowers and cards and balloons and stuff to Candace, we all just send her a shit ton of Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell and wine. Taco
cards.
Bell and wine. I'll be
A
good.
bunch of Taco Bell cards and
That's my
wine cards.
balance.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll send you a couple of juice boxes of wine.
A little classy, you know? What are you gonna do?
That way nobody can look at you funny. You're like,
We need to
they're
take
just
care of
juice
our girl
boxes.
here.
Fuck off.
That
What
sounds
are you
good
looking
right
at?
now.
We need to take care of our girl here, guys. This is the
We
Fandom
good.
Menace, baby. All
Hey,
right.
Yes.
I ain't no victim. We good over here. Don't you worry. But I
No,
can
but
do
the best thing
Taco
is if you
Bell.
got juice boxes, ain't nobody gonna question you. They think you're just drinking one of the kids' juice boxes, right? Just make sure the kids don't get all
Yep.
Fucking weird. All right.
Geek Blend. I'm just kidding. $4.99. Hail to all you and hello, girly Greek. Get a little bit.
Boop-a-dee-a-bump.
The Geek Blend.
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 Where were you last night or the other night, Mary? You weren't on there when we were supposed to be. You didn't
Wait,
show
what are you
up.
saying? What are you talking
When
about?
you didn't show up to the Geek Blend podcast thingy.
No, I wasn't able to. I had some other stuff going on.
It's because you suck. Hail to the extremely lovely ladies in Tama. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm kidding.
Get him.
I had let him know I was going to try. I let him know I was going
Mary,
to
you
try.
Yeah, you had phone sex to have. We know.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. Matthew Sturgis said $49.99. I'm just poking fun. You know it. First off,
Quit. Wait, do I get to diva up like Tom now?
you can if
Please
you want.
do.
Yeah,
Please
be in my
do. Please do.
trailer.
But
The
wait,
problem
wait.
is
During our first segment, though, please, because we haven't even gotten to it yet, and I see the comments already. Had to fast forward 15 minutes to the first segment. Come on, guys. Put some freaking tab markers on this stream,
feel
Tom.
free to do
all
it. I
right?
got the time.
Come on, Tom. Get your shit together.
Just like,
Well, all you all are watching out there, obviously we're probably being ghosted by the looks of the numbers here. So if you can share out the stream, we'd appreciate that. Matthew Sturgis sent us $49.99. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that so very much. Wow. First off, you guys rock. I propose we create a new vegan burger. We got to genetical engineer Joaquin with a cow. With a cow. The only vegan meat that makes you go moo. Can you do that, Mary? Go ahead.
No.
Thanks, man.
No.
You do it so much better than I do.
that's Mad Cow Moo right there.
Mad cow.
And
Thank you so much, Matthew.
She's like bringing that anger in her right now. So yeah, we're
like
gonna
it.
have a good night.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
gonna be
Let it all out.
Candace
Mhm.
raged last week. This week it's gonna be me. I'm ready to
I'm
like
okay with that. I don't want to go into pre-labor. We good.
No, we don't want you to go in labor during this time.
Mm-mm.
Ugh.
I was told I got to come in here and read this super chat. 16-bit mascot says with $5. Hope y'all ladies are well. Yes, they are well indeed. Stay safe, everyone. Hail Tom, whoever that is, and Congo. That's right. Go by Congo.
Congo.
And the last one, I think we're almost caught up here now. Terminus, ESTs. Oh no, we got a couple more after that still yet. Jeez. Thank you so much, guys. Brie Larson has left the chat. I didn't know she was I didn't even know she was here.
No. She wasn't invited in the first place. This wasn't made for her.
This wasn't made for her. We're too toxic for her.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's do this
I don't
one,
want
and then
her
we got
feet
one
anywhere
more,
near me.
and then we'll get to
Your
the
feet can Stay
news.
the hell away.
Mark C sent $10. Thank you so very much. May 25th was the release date for Boymas. Not sure what he meant there. Star Wars 77 and Return of the Jedi in 83. It actually makes more sense to celebrate it then instead of some bad pun day. Yeah, I get it. I don't disagree with y'all.
Well,
but-
we can get into that a little bit.
yeah, we will definitely
Yeah.
get into that later. Mr. Mooney Blue 1 sent an Australian $10. Hi, ladies. Hi, Tom. Love all of you guys, and thanks for the work you do. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate the kind words and the encouragement. And these ladies do definitely put in a shit ton of work. And it shows. Because you guys got wrote up in a couple places last week.
We did, and that's my props to Candace on that one. Bounding into Comics quoted Candace. I mean, they quoted me too, but rightfully so. They quoted Candace a bit more, and that's because her Rage Monster came out.
Not just Candace, it was Cussy Candace, and it comes out every now and then. I try not to let her out too much.
Poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth.
Oh yeah,
You made that soy boy cry.
Potty mouth. How dare you, potty mouth?
The poop mouth.
yeah. So no guarantees tonight. Cussy Candace might make an appearance.
Yes!
I think she already did a little bit, but when I get into some of the things that I'm going to be showing you guys, we're gonna touch on a few things from last week just to catch everyone up. It'll be quick, and then I have some new stuff just for the show, and yeah. I don't know what to say. It's just kind of.
I just want to kind of catch up on these just before we get to the news because we got 2 more left here. Lego Headland, Lego Headland. That is all. From Dark Side Droids for $5. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if she hails from Headland, she should have picked a better one. That's all I can say.
Exactly.
Lots
Something that's more
to discuss.
functional. Yep.
Lots to discuss about that young lady.
And useful.
Mr. Insanity sends us $4.99. The world would be so much better with more women like the ladies of toxic femininity. Keep it up. Aw.
It would take someone named Mr. Insanity to say something like that.
No.
thank you.
The truth is there are lots of women like us out there. Lots and lots of us like that out there. But at the end of the day, most of them don't have YouTube channels. Most of them aren't necessarily running in the kinds of circles because they're maybe not aware. That shouldn't imply that there aren't plenty of women like us out there. In fact, I've had an opportunity to meet and talk with massive amounts of these women at conventions, at even like in the oddest of places, at like marriage retreats and stuff. I run across them. They're everywhere. They just, you just don't see a whole lot of them on YouTube. So don't be dismayed, gentlemen. There are lots of us out there. All right.
Right, and a lot of people are probably afraid to say their real feelings because they're not used to being in a community like ours where we're open to that and allow that to happen without persecution unless you're married and you're talking about furries.
Oh my God.
Why?
I had to.
One fucking stream time.
I know, you have to bring it up. Look at that. And he has that evil cackling sound now. Look at that.
Carl's Rants Review says with $2, may the harmonies Despecialized be with you. I agree. If you haven't seen the Despecialized editions, then what are you waiting for? 4K 77 is good too, but they definitely need to get the sound mixes on those as well. But with no further ado, I should say, let's get into this game. Now that we got at least 300 people watching, hit that like button, share this out, because obviously YouTube is trying to keep down the toxic femininity out there. They don't want it out there.
Yes. No, they don't. And speaking of toxic females, Mary, you got that article, right? Diving into comics.
Hell yeah.
All right, holy hell! I'm trying to pull it up here now. Candace, this May the 4th, we're doing the Bounding into Comics.
Bounding into Comics.
Yay! Love them.
Bounding into Comics actually had more information in it than the original Star Wars article.
They had the actual terms of service.
Well, yes. And Star Wars, when they first put out the article about what the announcements were today, while you're pulling it up, just going to mention,
I've got it ready.
There was no discussion of Leslye in that article. They actually included it later in the day, put a couple tidbits to make her have this large paragraph all about her.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think I've got the wrong one here. You're not talking about the tweet one. You're talking about
no. Bounding into Comics. It talks about Taika Waititi, Bounding into Comics.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying that.
Here, then.
Yeah, no worries.
I did not have that one ready. I had the tweet one ready for later.
No problem.
Confused. Hold on, I gotta go up and find it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of May the 4th happenings today, you guys. So no shortage of articles tonight.
All right, here we go. I found it. I found it. I wasn't ready.
There
There it is. There it is. Got your Taika Waititi to direct that new one. We're gonna let Candace run us off on this one.
Well, you direct us with the Taika Waititi part, because this was the first tweet that Star Wars put out. They mentioned Taika Waititi. God damn it.
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi. Is that what we're doing here?
I'm never going to be able to not think that now. God damn it.
Okay.
Why is that so goddamn funny? I don't know. Okay, sorry. God, all right. Anyway.
Wait, say that again. What did you say?
Taika
Waititi.
Of course, in German means a whale's vagina.
So that's called Taika Waititi, okay? That's different. Yeah, all right. No, but we got Leslye Headland here. It talks about confirmed to helm new Star Wars series. Taika Waititi, but there is a co-producer with Taika, or co-writer rather. She's got 3 names. I can never remember them all. But she's done a few things.
Redhead, right? The redhead
movies. Yes. So, do you want to talk a little bit about Taika in the movie now that is supposedly in the works? Which,
yes.
Who the hell knows what that means with Star Wars?
So they finally gone ahead and announced it, right? They went ahead and they tweeted it out today, along with the Leslye Headland stuff, which we'll get to in here to say. With Taika Waititi to direct a new Star Wars movie, Leslye Headland confirmed to helm new Star Wars series. So Disney and Star Wars announced that Taika Waititi will direct a brand new Star Wars film. So this was a bit of a rumor, speculation there for a while. A lot of channels did in fact cover this. So not only will Taika Waititi
catchy
Taika's titty.
But he will co-write the screenplay, and he will be joined by 1917 screenwriter Christy Wilson Cairns. Disney provides the specifics in a press release. So this is it right here. The Academy Award winner, outstanding version of the year, blah, blah, blah. No release date for the film was announced, but back in February, Waititi avoided the question regarding his involvement in Star Wars. He told E.T., listen, what does approached even mean? I've seen Star Wars. That's about as far as it got. What? He's just
what the heck? Siri, you're gonna admit that?
Liar.
Co-writing it.
And that's as far as it got.
Not only is
Who
he a
said
writer,
that?
Waititi.
Oh, he's just fucking with you.
Yes, but that's just it. That's part of the problem here, is that they're never straightforward. They lie about this shit constantly and on a regular basis, and so you can never believe anything that comes out of their mouth. What bugs me about this is that he's like, I've seen Star Wars, and that's about it. But he's supposed to be a co-writer. He's a co-writer on this. But
he's just saying that to be funny.
I know.
The sad part is Headland probably has never seen it.
Well, that's probably very true too.
That I believe.
Everybody's seen Star Wars. So Waititi previously directed the final episodes of The Mandalorian and portrayed IG-11 in the series. Waititi is currently working on Disney and Marvel Studios' Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, here's my problem. For those of you, did anybody else in the panel actually see the one of those episodes, the one towards the end of The Mandalorian where they're like punching Baby Yoda?
Yes, I watched that one.
Yes, I
don't
saw
like
that.
Baby Yoda, so I'm sorry, I laughed a little bit.
I did too.
I love Baby Yoda. That didn't.
Yes, Lorena, you're my girl.
It was really necessary.
I laughed because I don't care for Baby Yoda myself. I just think that it's problematic for the canon.
Yeah.
But I did laugh. It was funny, but he also made another joke, and this was a joke that I don't believe belonged in there. And I'm not saying it wasn't funny. I'm not saying that it wasn't funny, but do you remember the joke where it was like the stormtroopers are trying to shoot at like this rock or whatever, and they keep missing? Yes. And that's the joke, is that stormtroopers have terrible aim. Look, I know it's a meme. I know people joke about it. This is The Mandalorian. This is a Star Wars series, and you have now made it canon that Star Wars stormtroopers can't aim for shit.
Yeah, they took the meme and made it a part of the canon now, and so now they're making even the Empire look insignificant now, and I think that's bullshit because of the fact that Palpatine was the mastermind behind this, and so however your troops and stuff are going to act is basically the reflection on your leaders.
Not only that, it's the threat. It's the threat aspect of it, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. When you've got an empire, right, and you First Order is you can call it that, whatever it is that it's going to be moving forward. Fine, you have now removed the threat from these characters.
Yeah.
Then why should we ever worry? Why should we have ever worried about Luke? Why should we have ever worried about Leia or Han or any other characters moving forward when you've now made it canon? The meme is now reality, guys. The joke is now reality. Look, I get it. That the joke was, oh, they can't hit anything, blah, 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 blah. But if you will remember, if you actually watched the Star Wars movies, Obi-Wan made a point. He pointed it out. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise, right? They made that was supposed to be canon, right?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be canon. But instead, a meme has now become reality.
Can I butt in with a possible alternative to this one?
Sure.
That doesn't mean all stormtroopers are that bad, but it's kind of, to me, it was almost like when in Star Trek 09, JJ played with the red shirt. Because, like, you know how red shirts are kind of a joke on Star Trek.
You're talking about JJ? Yeah. You went to JJ to make your points?
But it was actually funny, though. It worked in the context. It worked in the context of Star Trek 09. But in reality, just as many other shirts have been killed as red shirts. Red shirts are just the joke. But I get where you're coming from, Mary. I just wanted to point that out, that I think Waititi was just having fun with that. And to insinuate that they're now saying that all stormtroopers are that bad, I don't know about that. Those guys were sitting out there in the middle of nowhere and they had a shitty job to do. So that they probably weren't that good anyway.
I'll say I can appreciate silly humor, but I understand where people come from when it's canon breaking. I am just not. As everyone knows, I'm not the stickler of canon because I feel like there's just right now, where do they go? There's no place that Disney can take canon right now. It's just, there's no place because they ruin it every chance they get it. You know what I mean? Like so that's just
I'm going to point this out canon wise is when you have Leia, Luke, and Han on the Death Star and they already busted out Leia and they're trying to get back to the Falcon and the stormtroopers are after them. They're not trying to aim to kill them. And that's the whole point. And that's where that meme comes from, is that they cannot shoot straight. They just don't kill them.
They're trying to track them until they can get back to their base, right?
Yes.
That's the meme comes from the fact that they literally were not supposed to kill them there, right? So when you're watching it, if you miss that, but Leia literally points it out. She says, they let us go. They're tracking us. She literally points that out, but people still hang on to this meme like it's supposed to mean something, right? And my problem with Taika Waititi, and look, I'm not saying that he won't deliver a good Star Wars film. What I am saying is that he does not give a shit about our mythos, and he's said that himself. So I did share a tweet. It's in the bottom there. Tom, if you want to put that up. Tom?
Getting there.
All right.
The kitty says no.
Kitty says do not want. So it is due to your Marvel work that this mess is possible. You're writing ruined #Thor, his mythos, and his character. So no, I do not want to see this film. If we are truly getting a Jane Foster Thor. Now again, this is kind of an old tweet. This was back in July. But what I want to focus on here is Taika Waititi's answer to this. And he's completely good with this. Because, and look, I'm not saying irreverent is necessarily a bad thing, but given the state of Star Wars right now, rather than having someone who's going to literally look at you and say, I'll ruin your mythos in a minute, baby. What I think we should get from Lucasfilm is someone who has a little bit of reverence, someone who actually cares about saying not another one who's going to throw it under the bus. And so that's why I'm concerned with Taika Waititi in this announcement.
There's got to be someone out there, right? I mean, somebody in this galaxy, not so far away, that can write a story of Star Wars that follows canon to some degree, still can provide humor and a good storyline without fucking it all up. Right?
They got rid of them when they got rid of Legends. All the great writers, they did keep a couple, but they got rid of it when they got rid of the original EU. And now they're focusing on just like gender and what what you represent, sexualize and all that. That's all they want to write. That's all.
Yeah, this is a concern. It's a big concern for me. And look, I think in a different in a different scenario, if we were sitting at a place right now where we weren't so disgruntled, where there weren't so many disenfranchised fans, right, that I might be willing to take a little bit of irreverence and a little bit of mythos ruining, as it were, right? But that's not the world we live in right now. We live in a world where Star Wars has been overrun by people who are compelled to push their agenda into it on a constant and regular basis. And I can't just sit back and enjoy a damn film anymore. So this isn't the world we live in. I need Disney to stop and be just a little bit cognizant, just a little cognizant,
just a little bit, a little bit. But Mary, I would have to agree because that's how I feel. I feel as Star Wars fans, we've just been stepped on, slapped around, or lore trashed so much. It's like we have one last maybe good nerve, and they're stomping on it.
Yep.
You know.
Especially with the new hires and all that. I mean, God damn it. It's like, can't even, it's just, we'll get into that. But,
look, I'm not saying he isn't capable of delivering a good film. What I am saying is that he does not give a damn about the mythos or the legacy that he's working with here, right? He really doesn't. And if he did, he would try to convey that as opposed to running 180 degrees in the opposite direction here, which is what we can anticipate. I don't anticipate him doing a respectful job here at all. I don't expect him to be respectful of it in any way, shape, or form. And now he's writing it. What are his credentials? Why is he the guy? Why is he the guy to co-write this? Is he a Star Wars fan? I don't know anything about his Star Wars credentials here. He's never done anything to make me believe that he gives a crap about Star Wars mythos. What he has done is punch Baby Yoda in the head and then step up. All I've seen of him in terms of Star Wars is stormtroopers can't aim and let's beat up a baby. That's all I've seen from Taika Waititi.
How many of the episodes did he do of Mandalorian?
He did a couple.
The finale. He did the finale, and he did. Yes, he did the finale.
The final episodes.
I think it was number 7 and 9, right?
Okay, yeah, I think so.
I thought it was 2.
Yeah, they all got it was 2, or
I think it was 2, and it was either 7 and 9 or 8 and 9. I'm not sure which exactly. But you could definitely.
I think Filoni did. I think Filoni did the one, the one before last.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
here.
Sorry.
Poor Lorena. She's been booted.
I think Taika Waititi is messing with my internet.
He only did one. He did number 8.
What did he do?
Yep.
He only did. He only did the finale.
Episode. That's
he only did the finale.
He only did the finale.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Finale. Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, so we're looking at a decrease in the reverence that we've already lost so much in terms of Star Wars. I don't feel like we can afford to lose much more. People are distancing themselves from it.
I think it'll be interesting with this co-writer that is on board. Again, for the life of me, I can't remember her name, and I feel stupid because I've looked it up like 10 times today. But she co-wrote, I believe, 1917 and a few like horror films. Tom, we talked about this earlier on Midnight's Edge. Can you pop on and help me with it? Do you remember? All I was going to say is, she has some redeeming qualities, I think, and it'd be interesting to see how the two sort of hash out, write this together. I think it'll be interesting. I mean, 1917 was pretty good.
I mean, honestly, I think Taika Waititi is just having some fun with this. I think he's not a bad choice for Star Wars. Some people liked Ragnarok, some people didn't. I happen to like it. Andre liked it. Some people, I get how they felt about the whole thing, but Andre will be the first one to tell you that Fat Thor is what Thor really looks like.
Shame on him.
That's what he said. He goes, "That's actually more accurate than
Don't destroy my
the other version." But
Chris
anyway.
Hemsworth.
What was it? We now got to find the name of this lady first. So,
I feel so bad. It's like something Karen Wilson.
I forgot it. Yeah, something Karen.
It's Cairns Wilson. I don't know her first name.
Christy, here's
Christy. Hold on, let me go ahead.
Cairns.
Okay,
Christy Wilson.
See, that's like 3 first names. I feel like
that is one of the whitest names I've ever heard in my name.
She has a first name and she has a hyphenated
Christy
last
what?
Yeah.
No,
but then her last name Karen sounds like Karen, and it's like 3 first names.
Her name is Christy Wilson Cairns. Yes.
Okay, I must be spelling it wrong or something.
Yeah. I just call her the redhead because
Yeah, I've got it shared here if you want to take a look at it, Tom, and bring it back up for the article or whatever.
She's got some good stuff under her belt. And I feel bad again for never knowing her name because God, I should pay attention to that. But it feels like 1917 screenwriter. That's a big thing, and I kind of like somebody that does something like 1917. I feel like that's
she spells it with a stupid fucking what is what
it's nice.
Krysty.
It's a Hollywood
what
name.
the fuck is that shit?
And she misspelled Karen's also. Karen's was misspelled too.
That might be Carnes too.
Oh, didn't you hear, Candace? We're the Karens now. Didn't you see they've been appropriating it? Now we're the Karens.
I apologize for screaming, but I hate that. That is the dumbest thing ever. When you,
all right,
she worked on 1917, Penny Dreadful.
Yeah, and I liked first season of Penny Dreadful. That was great.
Well, I know we want to get into the Headland stuff, the Leslye Headland stuff, while we still got Lorena here with us. So
yes, I'd like to dive a little bit into that. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Let me
so
pull it down
Leslye
here. Headland.
Oh my god. So what I kind of want to do is just touch on, I think a lot of the people in the chat know who Leslye Headland is at this point. I'm going to just touch on a couple things. She worked for Miramax straight out of college, went to college in New York, Titch School or whatever. And literally in 2008, she started writing a play called The Assistant or Assistants, which is a direct kind of her experiences as or just witnessing what was going on at Miramax with Weinstein. Now she'll say in some of these articles that it has nothing to do with him, that this is just it's more about the assistants, not about the boss. I mean, she separates herself from this as much as she can now, but back then, whole different person. And it's just it's interesting. I'll just say I've read about 100 articles with her, most of which were really boring, just mostly talking about exactly what was in the plays that she's written and nothing really juicy or meaty to take here. But not a single time has she mentioned anything about Star Wars.
Nope.
Any kind of love of any of that. She mentioned Bond. She wants to be a Bond director.
Please,
she'll marry a British citizen to become a Bond director. Okay. But nothing about Star Wars. So I'll keep looking though. Don't worry. I'll keep looking. And she did change her Twitter today. She changed her Twitter today. Her new little thing under her name is Chaotic Neutral Jedi Sith Breed Pride Flag.
Oh,
what the heck is that?
I can explain chaotic neutral. Chaotic neutral. Chaotic neutral is a Dungeons and Dragons term, and it's a term for someone who essentially will go whatever way the wind takes them. Okay, does not.
All right.
So, no, that's about as accurate as I can be there. Whatever way the wind is blowing is whatever direction you will go in that day. And I actually can't think of a more accurate statement to describe this woman, because as far as she's concerned, she will say whatever she has to say in order to make everybody around her happy. A more accurate descriptor cannot be had for this woman. Chaotic neutral. Fucking fuck off. Suck my left nut, chaotic neutral. You don't play D&D. You don't play D&D, you twat waffle.
And then why did you put Jedi Sith kind of thing? Because she's
forced,
lady.
Tom said she's force fluid.
Well, that does not sound too nice at all.
It does not, but it sounds appropriate. It's appropriate for this lady, I think. Yeah. So here we have Star Wars tweeted this out. Another transmission. So this was a second tweet. They had a series of tweets. The first one was right before, and it was regarding these two being announced, doing the new movie. And then right after, she gets her own tweet mentioning her with her series. Now, when you click on this article, though, originally this morning, the article only had mention of these two. In fact, the article URL just says Taika Waititi. God damn it. Taika Waititi announced. Taika Waititi announced. Announced. That's it. There's nothing about any of these other people. Hang
you say Waititi, I say Waititi.
Hang in there with me, guys. Pregnancy brain is real. Yeah, there's nothing listed about her until about 3 or 4 hours ago. Now there's a big old paragraph about all the things she's done. So I feel odd about how they just threw this in there today on the Twitter feed and on the Star Wars website, almost as if she's like an afterthought. Or you can say that she was so deserving of her own recognition that they had to have her separate from the others. I don't know. But either way, so she retweets this beyond my wildest dreams. Head explosion. And I've actually seen her several times do that thing where, she puts her hands to her head and goes like that. So I literally see her when she does that emoji and I'm just like, ugh, cringe. But anyway, Star Wars then says, welcome to the family, which is really gross because, as you guys recall from last week, let that one slide. I was like, not to steal the Olive Garden's thunder, but when you're there, your family. I don't think that I'm never not going to feel like I'm part of Harvey's world. Horribly said, but well understood. Yeah. Even though we didn't wind up doing this movie together, he'll always be my movie dad.
And so of course I confidently calls this man daddy. Like, I'm so sure.
Yes. So is Harvey your new movie dad too, Star Wars? I'd like to know.
Wait. Leslye, I am your father. Oh God.
No, that's cringe.
No, Harvey would say, I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy. Who's your daddy?
I was compelled to do that. That just when I saw "Welcome to the Family," I was like, "Oh God, Olive Garden! Oh God, Harvey, Daddy!" Okay.
Did you tag Stiggs, or do you have Stiggs post reply to this?
I don't have it on hand, but Mary, if someone else wants to pull it up while I continue a little bit, we can do it.
Epic. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now.
Pull it up.
Yeah. So that was the news fallout, and since then we've had article after article after article coming out. Like one of the ones I was going to show, but I don't even know if it's really worth it. The Mary Sue put an article out talking about how amazing it is that we've got this golden gal coming to the Disney rescue, and they even went so far as to say that there has never been a female writer in the history of Star Wars. Yes, you heard me right. Forget Empire Strikes Back. Forget
you don't know. Karen Travis, who did The Mandalore.
No, they don't exist. One of the writers died in the 70s, so they obviously don't have any idea who they are. So that is what they said, and I couldn't believe it. But yet I could. So it's just unfortunate. Lorena, real quick before we pull up Stig's tweet, any thoughts about this lovely girl who speaks for all of us? Look at that, Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
What do you think, Daddy? Daddy, are you proud of me, Daddy? You so proud.
I'll sit on your lap, Daddy.
I make you proud, Daddy.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay, Daddy?
Oh my goodness, it's so disgusting. It's even worse on a loop.
Look at all the other people around him too, just like, they're all like that. Yeah, this guy.
They know this freaking guy. They know.
Oh yeah. So what are your thoughts?
I'm really
speechless.
Because I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it. No, no. I mean, first of all, I don't like this woman thinking that she's just picking things out. You know, we just want a Black writer, or she wants to make sure she's crafting her speech the right way so that she appeals to all people. It's like, I don't need a savior for this. Okay. What I need excellent character development. I need a good story. I don't freaking care if they're black, purple, striped, whatever, furry. I don't care. I don't care. But for the likes of Leslye Headland, she thinks that she's doing all of us people, I'm not a person of color, I'm black, doing black people a favor by hiring just say black writers or whatever. It's like you're hiring just based on what someone looks like and not what their talent is. And that's tokenism. And that's freaking insulting. That is an insult. That's as insulting as Finn being a freaking janitor, okay? And he started out with such promise, and what did you do? We just basically made him window dressing. Okay, that's freaking insulting. It really, really is. And I know some people, and I've heard this argument, so I'm going to put that out there. I've heard this argument, oh, well, they treated all the characters like that. Okay, I understand that, but I'm talking about black people. Finn looks like me, okay? So they're basically throwing me a bone, and I really do not appreciate that.
And the one thing that pisses me off when people say, oh, well, they're treating all the characters like that. Yeah, they're stereotyping every single diverse character. Look what they did to Chico as a nerd. Like, because you know, Asians are the nerdy ones that are very smart and stuff. And that's how Roundhead Johnson made her. So they're stereotyping all these diverse characters.
And it's just like it's like, I like to say, it's like, do you know any black people? Did you hang out with any Asian people? Did you do any freaking research? And like my co-host on TR4, Jane Theory, said, did they run any of this by black people? They should have did that first.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mentioned tokenism and the diversity issue, because I happen to have something I was going to pull up right now.
Before we move on from that, I would like to point it out. Like before we move on,
here we go.
I would like to point it out that from now on, anytime anything has anything to do with LGBTQ related issues, I expect all of you to call me immediately and ask me what language it is that you expect me to use, and I will in return call Lorena whenever it has anything to do with person of color, black, or whatever the fuck I'm supposed to say now. All right. I expect all of us to
don't say African American.
Oh, God.
Don't say that one.
You know what? I'm gonna go on record as saying this. Okay, black people.
By the way, Lorena,
do not get your drawers in a what?
I need your number. I can't call you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to text you my number, and I'll have to put the caller ID. So this is Mary calling me.
Mary Blowhole Mayhem.
the one with the queer card.
I'm just gonna need a summary.
Skittles, so I call it the Skittles Nation because I love Skittles and they're bright. So I use Skittles Nation. No, but to get back to that, just, you know what? It's like, black people, please don't get your panties in a bunch because somebody says black instead of African American, or someone says African American and they say black. Just say thank you.
I love you.
We don't know what to say anymore.
If you don't know what to say, ask.
We don't want to get beat up.
I see it now. There's the whole group of Leslye Headlands, and they're just holding me down while she curb stomps.
Oh my God, that's like a nightmare I don't want to think about.
I'm just trying to be an ally.
Like,
I'm sorry I didn't say LGBTQAAIRP plus digital sign LQRS9.
That's a mouthful right there. No matter what kind of gender you say about it.
It's not an acronym anymore.
And depending on how you feel about it, either apologize or I agree that Robert Downey Jr. was the best white man playing a black man ever. If not, it was the worst thing in history. I don't know what to say.
The GOAT. If you don't understand the meta comedy behind that character, then you don't deserve to talk about him. Anyway,
exactly. Boom.
Anyway, Mary, you want to show this tweet, Stig, of course, in a proper Stig fashion.
Yes, Stig
do it.
Sting is hilarious, okay? And he hit this nail on the head
Yes.
because this is exactly what you're going to associate it with now moving on. And I'm going to sort of read this. So well done, Disney and Lucasfilm. By announcing this insane decision today, you've just managed to associate this May the 4th. Stunning job. This with May the 4th. Now, if you guys don't know what this is a list associated with Harvey Weinstein. Now, Candace, correct me if I'm wrong here. Is this is the list of the women accusing Harvey Weinstein or the red list?
There's a little bit of both because there's some crossover, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you can't have. But yeah, there's a lot of women involved, and the list kind of keeps growing. I feel like I think there was another trial that he just got convicted from recently, like last week or so. It just added like another 4. It was like another 4 years onto. But at this point, it's like it doesn't even matter. He's in there for the rest of it. Yeah, so it's not really newsworthy with all the other stuff going on, I guess. But and plus, if it does hit the news, you think Disney's going to be happy to see Harvey hitting the news right now after
Better than Harvey.
Oh no!
One of Harvey's angels, basically. Oh my God.
Yeah. Care to comment about the latest happening with your former ex-boss?
We can't comment. Remember, we have an NDA. We can't make any commentary.
No.
We got to hide behind that NDA.
But so the May the 4th kind of sucked today. So but bringing it back to just my article that I had up from Bustle, which Bustle's a really interesting website. Lots of great info there. So she goes, when I wrote about last night, they were like, urban movies do well. I was like, whoa, what movies do well? Headland tells Bustle. I was like, I'm a white chick, and I wrote that movie. It happens to have a black cast. I don't think of it as an urban movie. I'm not putting in anything about my experience as a white chick from Connecticut. They're people. I love them. I guess it's a black cast. They're amazing. That's the end of that. That's fine. I get that. Like, I'm cool with that. It's just what she says next that kind of bothers me a little bit. Just as she's set on tearing down cliches when it comes to portraying women in romance, Headland pushes. Yeah. And by the way, that cliche was she likes it when women have they do not have to have any morals, and that they can basically, they have no morals, but are not viewed as less than. So explain that to me. I don't know. I don't understand, but okay. When it comes to portraying women in romance, Headland pushes the status quo when it comes to diversity in Hollywood. It shouldn't be about hiring women, people of color, members of the LGBT community, or other minorities solely for the sake of hiring them. It's about being aware of the fact that hiring and casting white heterosexual males may be the standard for Hollywood. It doesn't have to be the only option. I just don't understand this headspace that she's. God damn it, headspace. Why do I say headspace? I can't.
There you go.
The headspace she's in. It just makes no sense.
What the hell's diversity?
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
And the thing is that she is literally white knighting for people of diversity. She doesn't, unless she's experienced it and unless she's one of us, I don't think she should be doing, particularly speaking for us.
It's virtue signaling. It really is. And can I just say, what the heck is wrong with calling it an urban movie? Because I saw the marketing for About Last Night, and I thought it was pretty cool. And it ranked up there with a whole bunch of other movies.
She says right here, that said, the director is not too keen of now, is this the same person? You tell me. That said, the director's not too keen of labels like urban or female-centric on movies. Bitch, you're up on your show running a female-centric show.
Can I throw in my mansplain card for 2 seconds?
Oh my God.
Sure.
Can I play my mansplain card?
Look, no, Tom, if you're going to mansplain, I'm going to need you to manspread at the same time.
Okay, I can do that. I'm doing it. All right. By the way, the reason that the question being asked is completely 100% legit and she's blowing it off. This is a remake of a movie with all white people in it.
Yes. And I was not offended when I saw the advertising. I said, "No,
what?
That's a pretty cool idea for a remake."
What? You weren't offended?
For those of you who may not remember, Rob Lowe was in the original. It's not even that old of a movie. It was from like the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah.
So here's another thing. So to say that I'm a female-centric director actually isn't true because women fucking hated it. I just think this is the most hilarious, like, do we know who we are moment. Like, where did we come from? How did we get here? I don't know.
I know that wasn't really mansplaining. That was more nerd-splaining, but I just felt like I had to throw my card in there at some point. Sorry.
It's fine. It was awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was just a fun little one that I found. I'm gonna hop in with a few of these little nuggets to share with you guys. But did y'all want to touch on a few super chats before we break down a couple more? And that sure. Video, I definitely want to go through that video. It's like a 2-minute video, Tom. If that's okay.
Yeah. You guys can break it down if we get some time. Definitely.
Okay.
If we get some time for it, sure.
It's 2 minutes. Info.
We left off with, as long as we break it up, we're fine. Where that period is, Mary, that's where we left off. If you want to pick up from there, or one of you ladies.
Hold on. We're talking about the Taika Waititi article.
The super chat's in the private chat. If you go up to the where I put a period and then the reality check numero uno, that's the where we left off.
All right. So reality check numero uno. Numero uno for $5 says, I drop bombs or like Hiroshima. Hashtag support the Fandom Menace. Thank you so very much. And if you want, I'll go ahead and get the next one here.
I could do it.
You want to do okay? Because I'm seriously considering taking down the dolphin. You guys are being dicks.
All right. So Culture Casino at $2. Mary is my favorite furry.
Fuck you guys.
Tom started it. Blame him.
I did no such thing.
All I did was accept that it's just possible that I understood why one might look at Robin Hood and
Mary and Little John and Robin Hood are walking through the forest. Little John is videotaping what they're doing.
That is perfect.
I'm done. This is bullshit.
Oh damn.
Candace, you got Christopher Richard.
I don't believe you.
If y'all can handle the super chat, I'm getting something together for the video here in a second.
All right. Christopher Richard for Canadian $5 says, you ladies are so toxic. I can smell the internet gas. Oh, wait, that's just my beer. Hell yeah. Throw a beer back with us. Have a good time. We're certainly having a good time roasting tards on the internet on a regular basis. All right. Let's go ahead and we'll scoot down here. I believe the next one is Willie Woodward. You want to get that, Lorena? Oh, no, wait. Lorena's on the phone. Never mind. Laura.
I will get it. Willie Woodward. Okay, that was a tongue twister. At $2. Mary, the were dolphin, keep away from geeky candy.
I refuse. To keep away from geeky candy. And in fact, I will do everything in my power to be as near geeky candy as humanly possible.
As long as you bring marshmallows, toasted preferably.
And I'll bring the chocolate.
Yeah.
Who's the graham cracker and who's the marshmallow? I don't remember.
I don't even care. As long as they both come with you.
I don't even care.
Can I be the kumquat?
Oh yeah, that was...
I know they have nothing to do with it, but I just like saying kumquat.
It's a great word. I don't blame you.
They're like orange grapes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There's no kumquat in a s'more, Tom. I'm really sorry to bust your bubble on that.
This sucks camel dicks.
I don't know what kind of sports he's having.
Stargate 404 for $5 says, I look at hashtag May the 4th this year. All I can think of is Gimli in Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. You'll find more cheer in a graveyard. Rip Star Wars. Oh, hell yeah. He's probably pretty right on that, actually. Oh, hell. No! I need to Photoshop tears onto my dolphin now.
Uh-oh. All right, so Terminus at $5. Have you all seen the rumored titles for the Mandalorian season 2 episodes? I have not taken a look yet.
I have not either. Nope. I'm sorry. But we'll be keeping an eye on it. We got a little ways out. We're a little ways out from Mandalorian, so
yeah,
we got some time for that. So the rookie critic for $5 says, Mary, use soy fire blast. Alora, use mega kick them in the balls. Candace, use hydro pumping facts. Lorena, use tail whip their butts.
There we go.
Hydro pumping sounds naughty, but I like it. I'm not mad about it. You want to get like one more, and then I'll pop in with something else.
Yeah, I'll get this now. You want to get this one, or should I?
No, go ahead. Oh, wait. That is Andrew. I'll take it. So
Yes, that's why I asked.
Caffeinated Wolf says, that's exactly the issue, though. The MCU Buffy humor crap doesn't belong in Star Wars. He took away any level of severity from the Thor films. And I agree with that. That's like harkening back to the Thor Love and Thunder, or, when Taika...
Yeah, because, the last Thor was so amazing.
Yeah.
Look, I kind of liked Thor Ragnarok, but I agree. There was the severity.
No, I mean, I like Thor Ragnarok. I mean, the one before that sucked.
It did suck, but you do have to keep in mind that this sort of mentality that you can just strip away any stakes, any weight, right? You do have to admit that the weight was gone from Thor Ragnarok. You never really felt like you were in danger, right? It's like it was just butt jokes and drunk chicks falling off of platforms and
I liked it.
The son of a bitch jokes, and yeah, it's just I have my concerns, and I think
like Hulk said, don't kick stuff.
The thing is, like when you have like someone put in a humor type humor from one franchise to the other, it works for that franchise for a reason, whereas Star Wars humor works for that franchise for a reason. Crossing over like that takes away the experience of Star Wars, and then everything starts blending together. That's how I see that. And that's where they fail to understand Star Wars.
People forget there was humor in the first Thor, too. Remember when he got hit by a Jeep? Shit like that? Yeah, the whole thing was a fish out of water comedy, but anyway.
I like the campy fun in the Thor movies. Then again, I'm kind of biased because I just like looking at Chris Hemsworth. I could really care less about the plot, and I admit that. But I thought the Thor movies were okay.
All right, and we got a couple more. We've got a few more super chats here, so let's. Fuck. From Deranged Lunatic for $2 says, "Mary, nice blowhole."
God damn it!
Damn it.
I think we.
Yeah, Harvey approves. Harvey approves. Daddy approves.
You can't even see my blowhole. All right, stop it. Get some help.
I don't believe you.
Did we get Robert Mazza?
We got a few here. Do we want to try to get through a few of these before we move on?
You want to pick? Let's pick up where we left off with Leslye, and then we can touch back, because I bet you a few more roll in, and just for pacing.
Yeah, we still got to get to May the 4th. Fuck.
Yeah, we got it. I'm gonna speed through some of this stuff, so we'll get there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I got to share screen up if anyone wants to. Tom, you in there?
Tom, hello.
There we go. All right, so we've been talking about the film The Assistants. Well, not the film; it's a play where she was writing about the probably more true than more people would like to have believed at the time. Things going on in the workplace at Miramax with Hollywood Harvey. This, however, was something new that I just stumbled upon. There's not many articles about this. This is out this year. It is a short film, I believe. And it's called Travis. She co-produced this, and I kid you not, the story is a man tries to make amends to a woman he believes he sexually assaulted in college. They're meeting at a coffee shop, just having a casual talk about what went down in college. And it's just such a random, well, is it really random? I don't know. I just feel like this common theme of things that she is so hyper, like when she writes, it's all about this kind of sex going on, like co-producing, like this kind of deviation, and it's just weird. It's just fucking weird, Disney. The hell's wrong with you?
Why does this sound kind of familiar with things that are going on in the headlines now that have to do with Star Wars? But I'm not going to go there. Where we are going to go with this. It's funny that she can write about something like this, but she sure can't, speak out and tell other people's truths, as she put it.
No. No, she could not. But she'll capitalize off of everything else. As long as there's money to be made, she will definitely talk about, all the sexual perverted stuff she wants to talk about, all the assaults, all the bads. I don't understand. But there was that article that we saw where she says she empathizes with bad behavior, and maybe that's just what really tickles her fancy, and that's just whatever. Disney hired that, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Family. Okay.
Yeah, family. There's nothing family based about her
nothing
whatsoever.
Okay. So I'm just anyway, so I got a couple more things that I wanted to show. This one is a video. It's pretty short. It's like 2 minutes, and we kind of break it up a little bit here and there. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And there's a lot of really just the cringe videos with this. It's just there's a lot, and we're going to take it in small portions, though, so hopefully it won't be too
That's what he
overwhelming. Oh, damn it.
Hey, phrasing!
So here we go. This is This is just her. Look at that. Doesn't she just? She looks amazing. Anyway, here we go. Her playing the victim, part 1. Let's go.
Take one.
Or advice or any kind of feedback that was negative. Like, I think my initial instinct almost always is to really consider it.
So
Can we get a
she's
little more
gonna
volume on it,
consider
maybe?
all the advice. Well, that's what I was curious. If you think, what do you want me to
turn it up all the way because it's pretty low.
Yeah.
You want it all the way? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that it's anything bad.
All
There's
the
no
way.
music or anything.
Do it all the way, baby.
Phrasing!
What is the worst advice you've ever received?
Oh no. What's the worst advice I've ever received?
So, in her mind, I can only imagine where she's going in that in that moment.
Look at that face. It's like the worst.
I know.
She's like,
The best advice she's ever heard was
that memory.
after Harvey closed the door, don't come in.
So yeah, exactly. In frame of reference, this is 2019, guys. This is so we'll just see what she has to
that's
say.
coming to mind is all the little kind of microaggressions that I've experienced as being like in being a female writer and director, which is you shouldn't take up so much space or you shouldn't be so loud.
Really? Is that what people say?
Maybe that's what he told her. Don't.
You
be
shouldn't
so
take
loud.
up so. You're. Don't take up so much space, bitch.
Don't be so loud. I wish someone would tell me that at work. You kidding?
Oh my god. I continue.
I just feel like I tend to self-edit as a woman anyway. Usually I am thinking, does my hair look okay? Is what I just said impolite? Should I make my needs known a little bit louder? I did get a lot of feedback when I was younger that I should be quieter and smaller.
The hell?
That's neurotic.
When she was younger, she was told she needed to be quieter and take up less space. Okay. Just the victimhood here. I just like she's really struggling to find it too, Like she knows she's got it great, but she's got to find something to bitch about.
Yeah, something to be.
Doesn't even indicate of any kind of struggle she ever had. I'm sorry, I don't believe what she has to say whatsoever. Honestly, I don't.
Right?
No, because people who have struggled.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. Continue. I'm sorry.
No,
Continue.
I was going to say people who have struggled have a strong story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a strong and they have like a certain conviction when they talk about what they've gone through and how they use that in the case of Hollywood, in their art. She doesn't sound like she struggled for anything except to figure out what fork to use at the dinner table, honestly.
Yeah, and look at that. That's not a face of conviction either.
No. It's like, am I pulling off this con well or not? I don't know.
It's a face only a mother could love.
And a little bit more well behaved. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't end up taking.
Sorry. I try to freeze it at a good point for her, and I can't find it.
You're giving the cat some good things to say every time you freeze her. Like it looks like she could chew on with a jaw that big. It looks like she could chew on raw leather. And
I would never make fun of a woman's appearance. Never. I don't do that. But this woman deserves every criticism I give her, and anyone else that wants to give him to her too. Feel free, because
But you don't say that.
Shouldn't speak for me. All right, so here we go.
My God, I'm sorry. Where you
And now
paused
that-
that was like heart wrenching, destroying the way her face looked. I was pretty annoyed. Like
I'm not alone, apparently.
No, that was like nauseatingly, like I felt like I was watching. God, what was that? That you had that clip, Tom? Like, oh, that freaking clip is like where he's screaming and he's fat and he's like, I'm hungry. Like you know that clip. Play it for the love of Bob. Play it.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
Oh Lord.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Which, of course, in German means a whale's vagina.
Shit.
So now that she's gotten older,
and I have more experience, I realize, oh, no one's actually paying that much attention to me.
Oh, poor me. No one's paying attention to me.
Continue.
Of course, you don't want to be rude to people, or you don't want to come off in a particular way that you don't mean. So I try to say what I mean as often as I can. But I don't feel that same kind of pressure to self-edit or to appear as someone I'm not.
Whoa. Did you hear that? To appear as someone I'm not. Look at that.
Hold on, the self-edit. Wait. Wasn't she the one talking about making sure that she got her language correct? So she hollers at her black friends to make sure she's saying the right, so you don't feel a lot of need to self-edit.
Yeah.
What the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral D&D, my ass. You don't play D&D, bitch.
She's a little chameleon Karen right here. Just changes her colors to whatever can blend in the best for the situation. Because opportunist. But I love here. She doesn't want to appear as someone she's not. Smirky face. It's so. Can everyone else just see right through this? I'm not alone, am I? Why we got double Lorraine in here. Okay, sweet. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Just keeps multiplying. Two at a time.
All right.
And a lot of people.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
I had to take my cursor to that face and switch it because that was just disturbing. All right, here we go.
I got that advice and I said, to hell with them. But that's not how you felt.
No, I really, every time I've gotten, criticism or advice or any kind of feedback that was negative, like, I think my initial instinct almost always is to really consider it, even if I look like I'm not considering it. Even if I
look like I'm not considering it, like I want to consider the criticism and advice.
Yeah, so Lorena, you got to tell her what she needs to think and feel and say because she doesn't know how to have her own mind.
She uses a lot of words to say nothing.
Yeah,
I know exactly how she feels. I don't know what to say or do.
Oh my God. She's like, get me the hell out of this interview. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just going to repeat myself. Yeah, so here we go.
I'm having an air of being very confident and playing it cool.
Look at that. Oh, cool.
In my 20s, I would kind of very much take it personally and really take it to heart and think.
So 20s is when she was with Miramax and Weinstein. That was in the early 20s. So pay attention to kind of like what she says from here on out with this.
So there's something wrong with the way that I am naturally, what my identity is and who I am now in my career. I worked really hard to get here, so I don't really need to ever tear myself down to build myself up.
Yeah, you worked really hard, didn't you? You worked really hard at being silent for all the victims you profited off of in your plays, in your stupid Travis show, all the stupid shit you come out with right now. Yeah, you worked really hard. Continue.
Back up again. That being said, I do think that criticism and feedback usually are helpful things to hear, even if you disagree.
I hope you're listening to all of it right now, bitch. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I think Laura was going to say something before you started.
I was going to say something. What I was going to say, and not perfect though, is that she worked so hard to get where she's at, but she doesn't know who she is. So look at her. It's like she's just this walking nightmare that she doesn't know exactly who she is. She's trying to piggyback. She's trying to white knight. She basically is a very confused, deranged mental person that Disney has hired.
And I also want to add, it seems like she's trying really hard to convince you to like her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the impression that I get. Like, let me say the right thing. Let me make the right face. Let me see. Can I identify with you? Okay. People like, an underdog story. So I'll just kind of play to that. It's like I feel like I'm being conned when she talks.
Yeah, like the sort of con aspect. Yeah, no, I agree. Look, she does come across as a person. The chameleon, I think, is a great way to describe her. That's sort of chaotic neutral, even though she doesn't have a fucking clue what D&D is, nor does she fucking play. I do agree that she's something of a chameleon. That she puts on whatever mask it is that is necessary.
A Camellia Karen.
A Camellia Karen. She just says or does whatever she has to say or do in order to blend into the environment that will get her work at that given moment, right? And so no, I and to think that she thinks she gets to represent us, right? To think that this woman can stand up there and claim to represent women or represent anyone. That's no one specific woman's job, my dear. You don't get to do that, especially not when you don't have an identity of your fucking own, right? So no, you don't get to sit up there
She's a
and
little shapeshifter is what
she is. She absolutely is.
A skinwalker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leslye
Ooh.
Daddy Harvey Weinstein chameleon Headlands.
Yes. I'm gonna continue and finish this up.
So what would you say to your 20-year-old self?
Oh, to 20-year-old Leslye, I'd say, calm down.
The 20-year-old Leslye, she'd say, calm down. Okay. That sounds like that knowing what's going on. Okay.
You have plenty of time. I would say when people try to edit who you are, just decide whether or not that's something you agree with before you start implementing it.
She's editing her
Did you
own
just hear
self.
that? Did you hear that?
Yes.
Decide if you agree with it before you implement it. As she's writing a play about the people coming in and out of that office and how they're being treated, women being treated in the workplace, which is what the play was all about. I'm going to show you all something about that here in a second. I just don't get this woman. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm going to finish it up real quick.
Do I agree with that statement? Do I think that statement is the truth? And if it's the truth for me, and I think she would take that advice, to be honest. I think she'd be open to hearing that.
There you go. So little something to chew on there, ladies. It's just it doesn't it just make your it makes your just it makes me so angry just hearing her talk about herself like that. Like she is just so wrapped up in her ego and
egocentric.
It doesn't make it's just disgusting. And I'm very sad that this is the choice that Disney made. I've said it many times. I'm pissed off. It makes me my future daughter's not going to have anything to do watching anything this woman puts out. That's for damn sure. So
no,
she doesn't even fit the standard that Walt Disney himself created. And Disney now is like even far from what Walt Disney wanted the company to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I think in one of the in the shareholders meeting, and Candace, I think you heard this too, where a stockholder got up, he's like, I only own one share. But he said, when is this company going to get more Walt and less Roy Disney?
Yes, that was wonderfully stated, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It's
yeah,
like,
the practical nature of things. He was known for just making everything run super efficient, but the creative side was all Walt, and the ability to build something from the imagination, just in a perfect sequencing of it all. That was Walt, and that was a magical balance that somehow they had back then that is just missing so much. And I love that statement.
It's similar with Star Wars. Take away the original creators, the ones that came out with these ideas about that platform that they're building, like Walt Disney with Disney and now George Lucas with Star Wars, and take them out of the equations. Look what's happening. And this is the effect of this. So take that in.
So I wanted to touch on, so I've been searching for tweets. If you've been following this story, you're aware that basically she deleted like over 2/3 of her tweets, and many of them did have to do with Hollywood Harvey. So I am sharing right now one tweet that I found that she discusses that is just kind of course, follows along with everything we're talking about. And it's kind of revealing in and of itself again. Tom, you want to share? Tom. Oh, Tom, where are you?
Tom.
Where are you, Tom?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just read
I
a little
went
bit
to
from-
the bathroom for Pete's.
You're not allowed to leave this whatsoever, Tom.
You should have put the "fuck this shit, I'm out" or something just to let us know. Anyway, so they put, what do you think about, so right above here, let me go. Speaking of the scary, fearful way. Now this is an interview that originally was talking about Russian Doll, that Netflix series that she's currently producing, and they go into, of course, her past, though. Speaking of the scary, fearful way, have you seen that David Mamet is staging a new play with John Malkovich about Hollywood Harvey? She says, I did. They go, what do you think about that? About a year ago, you wrote on Twitter, and of course, if you click on this, Egon, a Broadway producer shouldn't be asking an old white guy who doesn't believe is a thing to write a play about Hollywood Harvey. And I'm sorry. I was just like, God, any chance you get, don't you? Any chance you get. So she's obviously adamant here about what went down with Hollywood Harvey. Okay. And yet she still did her play. She still did, was capitalizing off those connections.
The victim.
Anyway. Yeah. But now she's scared of him. And she also says, you also wish that you would, that they would revive your play Assistance, or at least a show written by a woman. And this is, of course, the same one that just said she doesn't like to be talking about just women being hired just to be women. It's like, okay, whatever you have to say. No one has to produce Assistance. That's certainly not my feeling about it. It's more that I would be interested in a female playwright's take on this. Number one. Number two, one of the main criticisms that I got when Assistance went off Broadway was that I didn't show the boss. It was basically, why would you want to watch Devil Wears Prada without Meryl Streep? The whole point of the play was that the power the abuser has over you doesn't have to do with their physical presence as much as what they're doing to you mentally. Of course, physically as well. However, I think that was interesting to looking at how abusive cycles and trickles down throughout a culture and a company. Where, like, you cannot give him any sort of platform when you're telling the story of the people that are either working under him or his victims. Now, does that sound like somebody who would say in an interview a couple years ago, what's the most the best thing in your career? She literally blurts out, Harvey Weinstein's assistant.
I know, that was so disgusting. I mean, you have all of these artistic credits, and that's what you come up with when you're asked.
Yeah, it's just again, was it Camilla Karen right here. It's just it's yeah, just keep so and I just I have other things that I could talk about with this, but I think I'm beating it in enough right now about it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think I'm kicking the dead horse here, and it's a lot of the same thing. Like she's asked, was there ever a time where you felt that you were treated differently from male peers in any scenario? She'll say something like, I do, but I'm not quite sure it's a bad thing. I feel it all the time, honestly, not even in a professional sense, but socially. When I talk with male filmmakers and film nerds, I think they're all very surprised that I have as much knowledge as they do about the technical aspects of film. They're not surprised that I'm smart, but that I'm as nerdy as they are. It's just not something that men who work in film industry expect women to be like. She just speaks for women and men, everybody in between. It's so gross. So it just keeps going. And there's an endless trail of these kinds of just gross interviews by her about just distancing herself from this now, her play now. She says, they made me do it. They wanted me to do this play. She said they wanted her to do that. She didn't want to do it. They made her.
But where's her sense of morality then, saying, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this, and a part of this, and the victimhood that we're causing on these women already that are traumatized with the events that had happened. Where is the sense of dignity and morality, stepping up and saying she's a voice for women, especially for diverse women, whatever, and saying, no, I don't want to be involved with this because this is such a tacky and very sensitive subject.
Because in the end, it's all about her.
It's not about starving.
Yeah.
What I'm going to get out of this, what I'm going to have for my career, how I'm going to get ahead, bump you chicks. I don't care.
And now, and now she's explaining, and now she's trying to explain her way out of it, feeling like she was forced to do that.
So just to reiterate this is from last week. We said this. What was your feeling then when you found out that Harvey's company had bought Bachelorette? It was so funny and great. When I was working there, that was all I wanted. I would daydream that someday I'll be making movies. Now, y'all just heard what I just said about that workplace, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all remember it wasn't too long ago. I'll be making movies and Harvey will buy them and he will want to support me. As coworkers, essentially. There's nobody like him. He's genius. You sit across from him and you're like, I cannot believe how brilliant this guy is. So his interest in me as a filmmaker just makes me feel like I made the right choice to move on. Yeah. Same person.
Which personality does she have today?
Right? Ugh. It doesn't end. There's just so much to her and it's all the same bullshit. And I look forward to just really seeing her new interviews that are coming out just so I can just hail back to some of these I've archived and be like, what are you talking about, bitch? You are like all about your movie, daddy, all about it. But whatever. Anyway. So, yep, Daddy approves. Daddy Harvey, all the way in from jail. His legacy lives on, even while being incarcerated.
Yeah, now Kathleen Kennedy is her movie mom. So.
So,
do we want to pick up
some
super chats here?
Yes.
Where did we leave off?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, where did we leave off?
Did we get Robert Meza?
Drake is 6, right? The LOL. You could image a big head poster of Leslye H. Is that right? For $2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Drake is 6 for $2 says, LOL. You could image a. I don't know if he means imagine. A big head poster of Leslye H. I don't really want to.
No, that's
she could be a Minecraft character.
I'm good.
Not even on Minecraft. That's kind of like a nightmare right there.
She's got that square head. Anyway.
No. Yeah. I'll get this next one. Okay. Terminus at $5. Rose Tico ramming her speeder into Finn at the end of The Last Jedi was also a stereotype of Asians being bad drivers. Yep.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Wow. Rob's always making fun of that.
Ouch.
Yes.
We got Lost. Oh, you got it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Lost Jedi 22 for $2. Yeah, it's all about you though. Jesus, Mary, that avatar's weirder than mine.
Holy hell.
The dolphin.
Poor Mark Hamill.
I love it.
Sad. No.
He looks horrified.
Oh Lord, what a picture to show on today's hashtag day.
Yeah.
How far we've fallen. Yeah. We've got Mary. You want to take Tracy Doctor?
Sure.
Or Lorena? Anybody?
I don't think Lorena can read them because she's on her phone.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So Tracy Doctor for $10. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tracy. He says, pretty sure David Bowie made a song about this.
Everybody's on.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
Reality check numero uno for $5. Hashtag save Star Wars. Hashtag support the Fandom Menace. Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And hashtag cancel Leslye Headland. Go ahead and throw that one in there next time too. We appreciate it.
All right. Trace XL at $10. Thank you so much, Trace. I'm rewatching Buffy again, and the humor style works on Buffy, but put it in other places, it doesn't flow, especially some of the Marvel films. Wyndon's humor style just doesn't work outside his stuff. And that's true. You don't, the humors are designed to work for certain platforms, but when you mix it into another one and their storyline and all that arc, it doesn't make sense, and that's called individual creator. You're seeing this sense of humor of the individual creator, basically. That's how I see that.
Yep. I agree. Mary, you got it. Next one?
Sure. So Trace XL. Hold on. We did Trace XL, right?
Yep, we got Willie.
So Willie Woodward, $2. Can't help but give you lovely ladies more of my money.
Thank you, Willie.
We appreciate
you.
We got Dark Side Droids for $5. Real Leslye Headland quotes. I think feminism. Wait, hold on. Let me. I think feminism. That's what I think she's talking about.
Wait. Hold on. Can I do it?
Yeah, go.
I think feminism ends up being built into it because I have a vag. I think it's just being alive and having a vag.
God damn it. That's like the voice of nightmare. Woo. Jesus.
Wow.
I think she did that one
Steve,
justice.
we shared your tweet earlier, actually.
Hey, Steve.
Hi,
Yes.
Steph. How you doing?
Totally called you out with your zinger.
Yeah. We got Willie again for $5 for Candace's spiciness towards Headbeard. Also, Mary with a dolphin head. You're like a 7 or 8.
I'll take it.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So,
wow.
Nice. OG, you want to get the last one before we move on to our next topic of the evening?
Yeah, Stephanie Little Page, thank you for your 99-cent super chat. A pile of poop is basically what she's saying, and I think that's the last one. And I think
that was a super sticker. It was just a smiley poopy face.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think she's doing that towards the headland or Headbeard face or whatever you want to call her. Yeah.
And we just got a $20 super chat. Since we're all caught up, we might as well grab this one too. Dave M sends $20. Can Lucasfilm get Mr. Frank Marshall to direct a Star Wars movie? I can do that. What do you want? Dinosaurs, gorillas, you name it.
Yeah, that's Kathleen Kennedy's husband. So,
spiders. I know spiders. I can do spiders.
Do you really want that? I mean, at this point, does it even matter? Nah.
If they're gonna do like something like the Yuzhong Vong or something.
Hey, at least her husband has actually directed movies. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Laura. What did you say?
That's okay. I was gonna say because he's famous for like these eccentric like creature kind of films or whatever. So what I was saying is basically if they did the Yuzhong Vong or something that specifies in species and stuff, maybe it might work, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Actually, he probably wouldn't do a horrible job. I mean, he besides being a producer on almost everything that Kathy has produced as well. Obviously, he was second unit director on Roger Rabbit. He's directed at least a half a dozen movies, including Alive, Arachnophobia, Congo. He worked behind the scenes, obviously, in Jurassic Park and all that kind of crap. So he's got just as much of a fucking, if not more, experience than freaking Kathy doesn't.
KK would never let her husband show her up.
No, never, ever, ever.
Never. The Force is not the husband.
That's right. Dinosaurs, get this man on the High Republic.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, guys,
I've been on the High Republic for years. I had no clue it was fucking Star Wars. I was just high, and I'm a Republican. Who knew?
Oh Lord!
Thank you, Dave, for that $20 support for the channel. Appreciate it for the show. Yeah, and with that, I think we're going to move on to our next topic. I think we've really just given another week's worth of fun stuff to knock around with Leslye. She needs to be an afterthought. Cancel Leslye Headland, please, guys. Please retweet all the information like that. I'm going to be putting out in the next couple days some of these headlines and stuff regarding her on my Twitter at Kiki Candy. I'd appreciate the exposure and the reach. We need to get her gone. Please. All right, moving on.
Move along.
Next.
Are we going ahead and reading it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
May the Schwartz be with you.
There we go.
Always. Sorry. All right, I got excited. All right, so sorry. Never mind. I almost said something bad. All right, so Disney Plus clarifies the ownership claims of Twitter hashtag May the 4th equals fans not buying it. So to kind of give this a little bit of context here, Twitter earlier today decided to tweet out that if you
said it earlier, just say it. You can say May the 4th be with you. I don't care.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about it. I think they actually, fuck it, we'll just read it. So the official Twitter account for Disney Plus decided to announce their social media campaign for their Star Wars themed May the 4th celebration. The campaign specifically includes the usage of hashtag May the 4th. So this is the tweet right here. Celebrate the saga with your favorite hashtag Star Wars memory, and you may see it somewhere special on hashtag May the 4th. The Twitter campaign came after Disney announced they would be bringing the much maligned Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker to Disney Plus on May 4th, 2020. However, there was a confusing addendum to the usage of hashtag May the 4th, as it required users to agree to Disney's use of terms. The Disney Plus account wrote, by sharing your message with hashtag May the 4th, you agree to our use of the message and your account name in all media, and our terms of use are here. And then they put this out there. They put their terms of use because
That's so cute of them. So cute.
BS, I know.
As if they had a right to anything anyone said on Twitter just because they used the hashtag May the 4th, right? So fans reacted to this tweet with fire and fury. My favorite Star Wars memory would have to be that time Disney tried to lay legal claim to every tweet on Twitter that used a particular hashtag.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I kind of wanted to tweet, and a lot of people did today. A lot of people tweeted out like "fuck you, Disney" with hashtag May the 4th in it. Own that, right?
Own our middle finger, and yeah,
quite creative.
I know I said this to you guys before, but if they're gonna try to own everything, could they start with just trying to own their own failures with Star Wars and in Disney film? I'm just gonna say, can we just start there, and then you can try to own the rest of the universe and the hashtags and all that jazz? But how about we just have a little self-reflection, Disney, first, and then we can move beyond that? I'm just saying.
Fucking mic drop.
Haven't you got any goddamn feelings about that?
Sorry. All right. So I love this tweet actually. Yeah, that's not how hashtags work, Disney. Hashtag May the 4th and my middle finger be with you.
There we go. Bam.
Yes. So, and there are several of these here. So you don't own the hashtag. This hashtag has been around a long time, well before you bought Star Wars, and it was made by the fans for the fans. Shame on you. You can't freaking be serious. You didn't invent it, and you can't own a phrase. Wait, I love this. The millennial musician. I was born on May 4th. Does that mean you technically own my birthday?
And the thing is that when it was his company before he sold it out, he didn't care if he made parodies. He allowed other like networks like mock Star Wars. He allowed fans to make Star Wars lore off of his Star Wars, and fan fiction and stuff like that. And now we're having Disney over here like putting restrictions even on a friggin' hashtag.
He encouraged the community, which is something that you don't see anymore. It's constant taking from, discouraging of anything. I mean, you remember when they released when the whole Baby Yoda thing came out, they didn't have any merch forever. And all of these small vendors, on Etsy and stuff were like, people were like, oh, can you make me a Baby Yoda ornament or make me like a Baby Yoda, like this, whatever. And they went out and they basically threatened all these people with cease and desist on Baby. And I understand the legalities of it, but God damn it, Disney, you missed the mark when you didn't have your merch shit ready. Like and then to go one step further and condemn those that try to fill the need at that point for people that do want that merch or do want something with Baby Yoda because it's a successful thing. Just hitting against that. It's just a.
I think it was more so that the licensees didn't want anything to do with it. I think that's more of it because look, we had the Mandalorian toy, we had IG-88 or whatever.
Yep.
I think the licensees took one look at Baby Yoda and they're like, "Are you fucking crazy? This is going to be the next Jar Jar."
Well, they said it was because the other stuff wasn't as secret.
That's what I'm saying, and they're right for thinking that because they were completely like being fucked over left and right with everything before that. Honestly, with the way it went down, I think that's what happened. I don't think it was so much they were hiding Baby Yoda as they were just nobody was interested in making the toys.
But I just think that Disney really trashed a lot of goodwill when they went after people for that, who were trying to fill the gap of like, hey, we love Baby Yoda. You know what? We're fans. We're extremely creative. We know what the fans want. Let's fill that gap. But instead, Disney decides to just, lower the hammer. And as Star Wars fans, it's like we're already, beaten down and Disney's talking down to us. So that when I saw this May the 4th hashtag first come out, it was first thing in the morning, and then have Disney have the audacity to think that they own whatever you tweet with that hashtag, that was a freaking insult.
Yeah.
It was a real insult. And that's why the blowback was just so bad.
You commented on that, didn't you? When it first came out?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I'm just like paraphrasing. I don't really think that you own a Twitter hashtag. And is this some kind of your way to get a release that whatever I say on the May the 4th hashtag you can use? I'm just asking for clarity here.
This sucks camel dicks.
What, hours later? I guess they had to have a confab to figure out how to put this fire out or whatever. And they came out with some more, legalese BS. That made no sense.
No, but you were right in the first place, Lorena. That's what it was. It was them telling everybody, if you use this hashtag, we might use your tweet in a future video or something else. And I get it, but yeah, the way they went about it was really fucking stupid.
It was horrible because I've done this before where it's like I bought something from a certain shop online and I put a picture and said, hey, this is me in the shirt I brought from this particular store. I really like it. And I'll get a tweet from that company that'll say, hey, we really liked your picture. Can we use it? If it's okay, let us know, read this, legalese, whatever. And then it's up to you. But they approach you, with respect, with kind of like, can we please use X, Y, and Z? And if we do, this is a legal stipulation, not like, we pretty much own whatever the heck it is she put out there.
There's no request here. There's no request that's been made, right? No one's made a request of anyone. They've simply reserved the right that should you happen to say this thing on Twitter, this thing that people say on May the 4th, literally all the time, regardless of whether or not they are in tune with Disney Star Wars, right? They suddenly feel like they have the right to your words, to your phrasing, to your
that escalated so quickly. It did, it just it like 0 to 100 right there.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Well done, Tom.
I want to get because I want to read some of this legalese here, okay?
Well, and I just want to say one thing before you do. It's a little, I could understand if this is like hashtag Doritos Rock or hashtag Mountain Dew Blast or something, where the actual name of the fucking product or something. There's nothing Star Wars in this hashtag, guys. That's what I'm saying. It'd be a little different. Disney might have some little leg to stand on if it was like hashtag Star Wars rules, or something like that, or Star Wars Day. No, it's May the 4th be with you. Literally a month and a number. Nothing in there otherwise that they can actually technically copyright, trademark, or do anything with as far as that goes. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out too. That's all I have to say on it.
And then me, I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna use some nerdy words. I rebel. I am not using the hashtag whatsoever, and I am doing a hashtag that says "Thank you, George Lucas, for this day, for this basically, instead of referring back to the hashtag because of this, because I don't agree with this." And so it does take the joy out of this cute little thing that was made up by fans way before Disney, bought the company. And so because of that now, because I don't like their direction they're going, I'm not using it.
Yeah. So listen to this. Listen to these terms of service here. They expect you to abide by these terms of service. So the Disney products may allow you to communicate, submit, upload, or otherwise make available text, chats, images, audio, video, contest entries, or other content which may be accessible and viewable by the public. Access to these features may be subject to age restrictions. Remember, this is on Twitter. Twitter are the terms of service that you've agreed to when you use Twitter's platform, not Disney's terms of service, right? But they expect you to abide by these terms of service because you used a hashtag May the 4th, right? So whether a Disney product made available by us or in connection with Disney, blah, 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 blah. So you may not submit or upload user-generated content that is defamatory, harassing, threatening, bigoted, hateful, violent, vulgar, obscene, pornographic, or otherwise offensive, or that harms or can reasonably.
I'm sorry. My First Amendment totally is superior to your terms of service, Disney. You can go suck on that left nut because it's going nowhere. The Constitution trumps you, and that's so stupid. Yeah, you can say May the 4th, but don't let it be in a negative way, guys.
Offensively.
But you don't say that.
Who determines what is reasonably expected to cause harm? Because at the end of the day, you can ask one person and that person may give you, well, look, here's the thing. They didn't use my correct pronouns instead.
They used May the 4th hashtag and they announced Leslye Headland as show running of all female. Tell me I'm not offended to that shit. Okay. Can we just go there for a second? And real quick, OG, you said that they had a commercial or something. We didn't get a copy of it, but you can mention it, didn't you? Like there was a commercial that kind of like piggybacked off of this.
Yeah, there's a commercial that piggybacked off of this hashtag debacle, I guess you can call this. Yeah, that because there's like TBS and other cable channels or whatever you want to call them, direct TV channels or whatever, are they're advertising Disney Plus on there because they announced that they're going to do Rise of Skywalker and Mandalorian special stuff, and all that today. So at the end of the commercial, they're broadcasting all the stuff they're doing for Disney Plus for today. And they have a few people talking about it. And at the end of that commercial, they say basically, and I'm paraphrasing, is that if you don't like Disney Plus or if you don't, represent the May the 4th, that hashtag, that you're not a Star Wars fan.
Yeah. That's crazy. I really hope we can get, if we end up getting the commercial, please post it on Twitter so we'll retweet that. That's amazing. But I just thought that was a great example to show how they took it one step further, you guys, from this. So I just think it's interesting.
So hold on, I actually really want to read this part right here, and I want to put emphasis on this part right here because it essentially removes a person's right to their own shit, right? If it gets used, right? Because you used the hashtag May the 4th, right? Suddenly you have now given it to Disney, right? So
now everybody, quick before it's the end of the day, go tweet a bunch of really risque pictures with hashtag May the 4th, and like take a dump and then take a picture and post that too. Every stupid damn thing you can within the means of Twitter that you can get away with. Yeah,
flood them with it. So
do Raylo fan fiction. There you go.
Shit. No.
You'll go to jail.
They would like that. They would like that just a little bit too much, I think. So, and I do want to focus on this here. So keep in mind, this is with the whole, if you've used hashtag May the 4th in mind, keep that in mind when I'm reading this to you. This applies to you as far as they're concerned. If you put it on Twitter, this applies to you. So in most instances, we do not claim ownership. In most instances, we do not claim ownership of user-generated content. However, you grant us non-exclusive, sub-licensable, irrevocable, and royalty-free worldwide license under all copyrights, trademarks, patents, trade secrets, privacy, and publicity rights, and other intellectual property rights for the full duration of those rights to use, reproduce, transmit, print, publish, publicly display, exhibit, distribute, redistribute, copy, index, comment on, modify,
people that write this shit, I swear.
Transform, adapt, translate, create derivative. Hold on, keep this in mind. Create derivative works based upon. That means if you said something clever or witty on Twitter with hashtag May the 4th, you now relinquish all rights to something that they could potentially produce.
Yeah, if you like put a story idea on there of your movie or something you want to make, they
will
can
take
steal
you to
it.
court for that shit.
Yep, they can now take it from you with no royalties in place. So publicly perform. Publicly perform.
So ballsy. I'll give them that.
And
Or
otherwise,
actually, more realistically, like let's say if you write a Star Wars song,
right? And
put May the
otherwise,
4th on
this
it.
is their wording here. This is their wording here. And otherwise, exploit such user-generated content in whole or in part in all media formats and channels now known or hereafter devised, including in connection with Disney products and on other third-party websites, services, blah, 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 blah. So you have essentially, according to Disney, just because you used a hashtag, given up all rights to your own intellectual property because you used a hashtag.
You serious?
So Disney, what you're saying is Disney likes to own people. Okay, got it. Got it. They own you. Okay, got it.
It wasn't enough that they bought Disney, right? And they don't consider themselves caretakers, right? They don't consider themselves caretakers because they're not taking care of this product, even though that's really what they should see themselves as are people who generally protect these IPs, right? No, they don't consider themselves caretakers. They consider themselves owners. And if you do anything that they feel gives them license to take your intellectual property, they'll do it in a heartbeat. And they'll ruin your mythos in a minute, baby. Are you shitting me?
Circle it all the way back around.
Me.
But you don't say that.
You want to know why people were pissed off and upset and in arms about this today? Because this is why. Because any intellectual thing that you put out there, if you happen to throw hashtag May the 4th on it, bam, as far as they're concerned, they own it.
It's basically like a fishing expedition. They're pretty much out of ideas. They got some people on this May the 4th hashtag trying to curate some new ideas for Disney moving forward. I don't blame them at this point.
So we got some pretty great tweets in response to this. So, hey, at Disney Plus, you don't get to put ridiculous adhesion contracts on tweets.
Isn't that Ricada Law?
I don't know. I don't see a check mark. So,
oh, maybe not.
So you don't get to put ridiculous adhesion contracts on tweets. We're under Twitter's terms of service, not yours.
I didn't sign anything.
Hashtag May the 4th. And so a lot of people had a lot of things to say. No, it doesn't. That's still not how consent works. Hashtag May the 4th. And a lot of people went at this. Social media Disney team. This is still an insane request. So they tried to update it. They said the updated tweet did not stem the tide of anger coming Disney's way. In fact, it appears to have intensified it. So the updated tweet was, where is it? The above legal language applies only to replies to this tweet, using hashtag May the 4th and mentioning at Disney Plus. These replies may appear in something special on May the 4th. So even if it's just like, I'm sorry, but if I reply to Disney Plus with hashtag May the 4th and I say something witty or clever or something that I think is cool or whatever, that does not give you the rights to it. It doesn't. I don't give a shit who I replied to. It's not your intellectual property. It's my intellectual property. And because you decided to put in a subsequent tweet that you own it, just because what if I didn't see that tweet? What if I didn't see that tweet? I don't know that I'm entering into a binding contract here. I didn't enter into a binding contract here because you have no proof that a person saw the subsequent.
It's not even in terms of service. When you start a new app or something like that, you have to scroll down and click I agree. Or something like that. And that's none of that here. So it's just really weird that they think they have the balls to pull something like that off. I just what a great way to really just to put your big holiday, your big Star Wars holiday on a pedestal right before the date actually comes. Just wonderful work, Disney. Well done. Again, just hitting it out of the park. With all
they have a history of bullying and really making the fans feel less worthy and alienating us fans. And this is another step. Now, if they wanted to create a community through this hashtag, they went about it the wrong way. Very wrong.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this went on all day long, and I love this one. This is a great example right here. This Rob Costola, dear Disney Plus, by using my account name or message in any of your media, you agree to give me and anyone who retweets this $5,042,000, $42,000. Great. I like that.
Oh, that is too good. That is too good. We finally got over 500 watchers. That means maybe we're not being ghosted anymore. Please tweet out or Facebook out or Instagram, whatever
hit that like button,
link.
guys, if you haven't already.
We're getting close near the end here, but yeah, it's still.
Thank you guys.
Get the word out there. Yeah, thanks for showing up. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, there's always rewatchability, guys. These streams are just as good.
Well, we streamed earlier, so I think maybe the alert didn't go out to everybody, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, I don't think I got a notification myself, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, and if you haven't already, like we said, guys, go ahead and please do hit that like button for me if you don't mind.
Yeah. I think we. So, any last thoughts about the wonderful Star Wars holiday that we experienced today, guys? May the 4th, one for the history books, I'd say. Quite interesting. Lots to chew on. Last thoughts, anyone?
May I have a 4th taco to chew on?
That is so dirty. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Actually, I feel bad now.
Sorry. I just I heard that.
I even apologize to the toxic femininity baby.
It's okay. It's okay. Dolphin Mary, what say you?
Look, I got a video coming out on this tomorrow, and I just think it's the balls, the unmitigated gall, right? That it takes to put some shit like this out there and behave as though they have a right to our words just because we used a hashtag that, by the way, they did not come up with, right? Star Wars fans came up with this hashtag. Star Wars fans started using this hashtag. And I would like to point out, we got a super chat about this earlier. May the 4th, May the 25th, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what day it is that we as Star Wars fans decide to celebrate or get together or talk about this stuff, because Disney will take ownership of it anyway, because they feel they have a right, because they spent $4 billion. Well, I got news for you, Disney. Fans spent a whole fuck hell of a lot more than $4 billion on Star Wars long before you ever did. All right? So as far as I'm concerned, ownership is to the fans. You may be the caretaker, but you're doing a shitty fucking job of it. So no, you don't get to own May the 4th or May the 25th. You don't own any of it. But until we put our feet down and until we take a stand against this garbage and we slam back at them a little bit, they're not going to stop. So it doesn't matter whether we celebrate on the 4th or the 25th or the 5th or the 6th of the return, Revenge of the 6th. It doesn't matter what day we as Star Wars fans all come together, because Disney thinks they have a right. So it's why we have to be strong. It's why we have to stand together. It's why we have to keep using our voices and tell them, hey, dear Disney, by using my account name or message in any of your media, you agree to give me and anyone who retweets this tweet $5,042,020. It's like, do this.
That guy deserves that much money and then some.
Yeah. Here.
So yeah, I'm pissed off. I'm absolutely pissed off about it. No, Disney, you don't have a claim to our intellectual property. I don't give a shit what hashtag got used. You don't own the fans. All right?
You don't own me.
You don't own me. All right, OG, what say you?
All right, so I'm at a calmness about this, and usually that's bad for me, but I am disgusted through this all. I am sick and tired of what Disney has been doing since they brought the property towards the fan. This is another insult towards the fan. And so I do not support this now. And I hate to say this because it's a fan-made hashtag, or it's a fan-made saying. I am not supporting it this year. And if they continue this into next year, then I will continue not to support it. What I'm going to do is support George Lucas's era of Star Wars. So I will just always, this whole month is thank you, George Lucas, and even beyond. His birthday is May 14th.
today is that hashtag, equivalent of, may the force be with you. We have tomorrow and the next day regarding the Sith and stuff, which goes back into the prequel trilogy. There's a lot of brilliance. The fans are hardcore. We kept this franchise alive between the trilogies and before it was sold out, and so we have a lot of investment in this, and we have a lot of time and effort, and we have a lot of love in this. This is not hate whatsoever. This is love. This is love for a franchise, and love for a fictional, like even mythos that George Lucas created himself. So, we're going to come up on George's birthday, and I'll put something about that on the 14th. And then May 25th, it's going to be on a Monday. And that is when A New Hope came out. That's the very first Star Wars before they called it A New Hope. And so hopefully we can plan something special here. And I will be doing something special on my channel, but I refuse to support this right now because of the direction Disney is taking, even this. So that's what I have to say.
Yeah, I am in agreement with you, and just to touch just on it a little bit more with my takeaway is, Star Wars Celebration is tentatively still on track. They don't know what's going to happen. Who knows if it's going to continue, if they're going to have it in person or if it's going to be some weird virtual thing. I don't know. The May the 4th was supposed to be something. I was expecting something to drop that was going to be. I always get my hopes up. It never fails. And I hate that kind of, it's a persistent optimism, I guess. And maybe that's just ingrained in me, but it always sets me up for failure, because when I saw the things coming off that Twitter feed today for Star Wars, it was so discouraging. Then seeing Daisy Ridley trying so hard to get her lightsaber and, just all these other little things are just put out there. And it's just like such a mockery of what once was so great, and it's just it just put it all in perspective again in a negative way for me, and the whole Leslye Headland thing coming back. I want it today to be over. I don't care anymore. I'm moving on.
I know when I first saw it used to be May the 4th. I was always happy about that because it's like it connected me with Star Wars. It connected me with fan love for Star Wars. But this year when it came out and the crap that Disney pulled, it was just it hurt to be insulted and treated that way, because I bought my Disney stock before they bought Star Wars. And even when they kind of had it as a license, Disney actually treated it very well. The property, they would have Star Wars weekends where there would be spiritual merchandise, and it's like I would buy it. Two of the best pieces of artwork that I have are two prints of Minnie Mouse as Slave Leia. It's kind of, one of them's like in the background, back over there. You cannot get that anymore, so don't even try. And the other one I have is Stitch as Yoda and Stitch as Emperor Palpatine. And even like a pillow that has Donald Duck and carbonite. So on the front, you see the front of him in carbonite, and the back, and it's so detailed, and it shows so much love for the franchise. But this crap here, with the hashtag, it really does hurt. It really does. It's just insulted and pissed off, and that's why people try to burn this down. Exactly, a complete slap in the face. Yep. So I it's like the fourth hashtag means nothing to me now. It means nothing.
Happy May the 4th, everybody.
Yeah.
Chat, everybody watching. Woohoo! Ready for it to be over.
Oh,
all right.
Lord.
We got some super chats to get to, I think, right? We got a few more
let's
to
get caught
tackle.
up here.
Nice. Where'd we end?
I don't remember.
You guys are awesome tonight.
Off at Willie Woodward's.
Was it pile of
Because we did the Frank
face?
Marshall one. We did the poop face. We did the Frank Marshall one. So after Dave M, Willie Woodward's $2 OG is like a 9 or 10, but not no creepo.
Oh,
I think that was a reference to something you said. All right, that's where I left off. So if you guys want to take it from there.
Okay, great. We got Arthur P with $2. Hello. Very nice. Thank you for the $2. Next, OG, want to take it?
Okay, so
Rocky
we have
Desert Flower?
looks like a super sticker from Rocky Desert Flower, a 99-cent super sticker, purple cat. I guess that's the one. Yeah,
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mary, is you there? You there, Mary?
I am indeed. So we got a. All right, hold on here. So
It's okay. It's okay.
What? Oh, it keeps moving. Dang it, Tom!
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get us caught up.
Arthur P for $5 says Star Wars was doomed when they made Greedo shoot first. Fuck, he's not wrong.
Right.
Congrats, Leslye, next captain of the Titanic.
God damn it. She's used to going down, I'm sure, with the ship. I'm sure.
Near, far, wherever you are, stay the fuck away from Star Wars.
God.
Sucks camel dicks.
What's your favorite Star Wars? All of them?
I like the Star Wars.
Oh God.
All of them.
I wanted to smack her.
It's beautiful.
You couldn't freaking guess.
Beautiful, beautiful. Willie Woodward for $5. Lorena, thank you for coming on. Your chutzpah and badassery makes you radiant. No creepo though.
Wow, he's
Oh,
just
thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Willie.
Like your chutzpah, your chutzpah. How do you
Your
say that?
chutzpah.
Your chutzpah. Chutzpah. There you go.
Chutzpah. Yeah, chutzpah.
I'm getting an education tonight. Thank you, guys. All right. OG, you want to take the next one?
All right, from author P, $2. Thank you so much. Disney movie The Black Hole is okay. Okay.
It's all right. It's pretty good.
Okay. Mary, you want to take the next one?
All right, so hold on. It keeps fucking jumping. Where are we?
Sith Lord.
I don't know, but Disney wants a new black hole with Leslye Headland.
JJ for 420 says hashtag caffeinated furry. I quit.
Oh, damn.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Do.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Arthur P for $2. Sorry, I'm late. I was busy striking out. I'm sorry about that.
Out.
Oh, sorry to hear that, buddy.
That's sad to hear that.
Okay, Matt G with $2. May the 4th occur in the same vicinity as yourself.
Thanks.
All
That's
right.
close enough.
Yeah.
He's trying to make fun on the May the Fourth be with you. Kind
Yeah.
of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mary.
All right.
Wesley Gomez.
For $2 says, may the force
Major.
Major.
Major? May the force Major be with Headland's show.
Well done.
Very
Force
good,
Major. Look
Wesley.
at we got some classy folks in our chat.
Yes, we do.
What the hell is Major?
Big words.
Go ahead and look it up. I'll do Bikini 90s if you guys don't mind.
It's like the act of God.
$10 from Bikini 90. Thank you so much. I'm believing more that this announcement was planned by Kennedy and Jawland to put the Bobs in tight corner that they can't get out of because they'll be in the media firestorm if they cancel this. Yeah, you're probably right. Not only that, like Candy kept pointing out, they added that little bonus at the end of that one article, and she wasn't even mentioned outside of the main
The subheader. The subheader had her name
on
in
the
it. That
other
was
one.
it. Yep, and then they added force majeure, act of God. So we've had quite the force majeure in 2020, really just putting the hurt on all things Disney Star Wars. Not that I want that to continue, but whatever it takes to get Leslye the fuck out, I'm okay with that.
Damn right. Captain Robert April sends us $2 if somebody wants to grab that one.
I'll go ahead and do that. So Captain Robert April, thank you for the $2. My mind just like bam. Okay, tomorrow is Revenge of the Fifth, so chin up.
Yeah, that's what they say. And I think Anna's got a stream going on tomorrow. We're going to do a meet tomorrow. I'm sure a dozen other people got streams going on, plus High Council.
Nice.
Yeah.
Packed day.
Packed day. And I think, Lorena, you're supposed to join us for Mead tomorrow if we can work it out time-wise, because we might do it early, so I'll let you know.
Okay.
Culture Casino sends $5. Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. That is correct. No one says you can't drink now. So also I have the clip where Mary admits she's a furry. I'm taking bids. Yeah, he was clear to point out after I said that where I got blamed for it.
Destruction did an entire fucking video about it. I put that on Twitter last night. Fuck you guys. Seriously? Seriously?
Out of love, I'm
let
sure.
The anger flow through you for tomorrow. To be
Let the hate flow through.
Isn't it enough that I gave you the
It's already Cinco de Mayo in some places already. It's already out east and beyond.
Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo now.
Damn right.
Please take a tequila shot for me. I would love to do that.
Down half a bottle of vodka.
Oh man, that's
run around in a onesie and call my brace the fucking furry shit, I guess.
Oh, great Odin's raven.
Jesus.
It's nice.
Jesus.
All right.
All right, folks. Jeez. I don't know what to do with you anymore, Mary.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
All right, folks. What do you say we put a sock in it? No, we got couple more super chats. Just come in here. Just flew in on the button. Arthur P sent us a super chat. Go ahead, Mary.
Is it though?
So Arthur P for $2 says it's fuck off. It's okay to be a furry.
That wasn't part of the tweet. That wasn't part of the super chat.
Why don't we give this one to Laura? Here you go.
Okay, so Makini90 at $5. Thank you so much. She's calling all the white bees out. Geeky, OG, Mary, you got to step up your game.
Step up my game. Look, what do you want
about
from me? I'm already fucking a furry. I'm doing my best over here, okay?
She's a furry.
You're not alliancing yourself enough. You're not LGBTQ enough.
How is this not enough of a minority, okay? There aren't a whole hell of a lot of people who go around.
Can you make yourself more not white?
No, because dolphins are whites and gray, and so I'm just trying to.
They're on the lighter side. They're on the lighter side of the grayscale spectrum.
I'm just saying.
I can't help it.
What do you want from me? I identify as a dolphin.
You know what? You might as well just give up. You're
No, Willie. No.
You never had a chance.
Never had a chance.
You're fired. You're unfired. I need you. Come here.
Willie Woodward sent $5. Where I think I'm supposed to be heading over there after this too. On Willie's channel.
Where and when can find this footage of you downing half a bottle and running around in a onesie?
Yes, Mary, it's up to you.
Oh, we got Kitty. He looks like my Kitty.
Aww.
Yeah, she's a girl. She's
She's a she.
She's Kayla.
Oh,
Kayla. Yeah, she had a brother, Logan. He passed away, unfortunately. He had to put him to sleep. So, yeah, I had Logan from X-Men and Kayla. She's old and a pain in the ass.
And Arthur P says, Mary, you need to release your inner furry.
Well done.
What the hell am I supposed to do? Like, it's as released as I'm sitting here in a dolphin head.
Can we get?
I don't believe you.
Can we get a dolphin laugh real quick? The little dolphin laugh.
I don't have my sound thing on.
I can't just do it. I have to legitimately laugh.
I feel like you do it better when you have a drink too. Like you.
I need a little clip. Oh, you mean from her? From her.
Yeah. She's not quite the dolphin laugh.
I'm sorry,
Gotcha.
Tom. You're not part of the dolphin club.
No,
okay?
I thought she meant the sound effect because Rob always plays it on you when you start giggling.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Oh, listen, somebody's all PC.
Poop. Poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth.
Fucking good.
Y'all just laying it in on Mary tonight. Y'all laying up.
I know.
You can't quit. You're fired.
You're fired. You're unfired. I need you. Come here.
Makini90, $5. Step up your game in Mary's case. This bee about to get stomped on.
Yeah,
we did that last week and the week before. We're doing our best here on this show to really put a spotlight.
You're not acting not white enough. God damn it.
This chick's Headland. Yeah, we're doing our best.
You need to be more lesbian and less white. Get with the program here.
Yeah, and morals need to just go. Just forget the morals. And,
what are these? What?
Yeah, right. Stephanie Littlepage for $2 just posted my own tweet, and Disney won't like it.
Now, I'm not encouraging you guys to be jerks, but you know, hey, if you want to bombard them with a bunch of Slave Leia pics, they won't like that.
Well,
there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
No. OG or Mary, you want to get that?
I'll get it. Author P, thank you for the $5 super chat. I have a cat. He is so mellow like a sloth and
I have a younger cat who's 4 years old, and he's a freaking weed head. He really
I would think
he smells catnip. He goes nuts. I buy catnip mice, and he plays with them until it doesn't smell like catnip anymore. He's like, I'm done. But he smells catnip. Yeah.
Aw.
Crazy.
Here's the thing: a sloth on Quaaludes, wouldn't that be a sloth going backwards? I mean, because they're already so slow.
Yeah, something like that.
He's just like, yeah. Anyway,
he's like, yeah, fuck it.
I think we finally caught up on all of the super chats, and we appreciate them.
Speaking of Quaaludes, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of Quaaludes, yeah, right.
Well,
yeah. Now, of course, Candy, you're such a trooper for hanging in there tonight. Being on bed rest, we appreciate it.
Oh, it's so tough.
Mary's
got
to get going too, so we're all going to get out of here. Lorena, I thought we had you for a short, limited time, and even though you've had nothing but trouble with your
thank you for sticking
setup,
with
you stuck around the whole time. And of course, Alora, as always, thank you so much for being here. We want to thank you guys out there in the chat as well. You're part of the cast. If it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't do this stuff. Check out our t-shirts down below. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Be sure to check out these ladies. Candy, tell them where they can find you.
Well, I'm taking a little back seat on a lot of the stuff with my channel right now. Unfortunately, being in front of a cam, I cannot. I'm on bed rest at the moment, unfortunately, and so it's like a strict literal bed rest. And so yeah, but I'm going to be trying to continue live streaming once a week. And with the show and doing my video games with Gaming with Geeks on their Twitch channel for Mario Kart Sunday, Monday nights. And I'm going to try to work something out where I can do park hopping videos, but again, I can't be on cam, so it's just one of those things. So yeah, I'm trying to do some stuff behind the scenes a little bit too until this baby comes. Just taking a little step back, but you can always catch me on my Twitter at Geeky Candy, and yeah, just hoping for some good news in the future with all of this, but not getting my hopes up. So I'm trying not to anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. McKinney90 sent in a $5 super chat at the last moment here. I feel bad for provoking Mary. Sorry about that. I just can't imagine the chaos that will happen if Mary and Leslye met in person.
Yeah, no, I look, okay, I have to be careful with my words here because I recognize that you have to be accountable for that, right? But if she and I actually met in person, she would not enjoy that interaction, okay? And not because I'm a fucking furry, all right? But because I would school her on what it means to respect yourself and the IPs that you purport to represent, right? And I would do it without using nice words. So it would be a very difficult interaction for her. And when it was over, she couldn't call me a bigot because I'm LGBTQ, you fuck. So shut the fuck up. I'm just saying. I love how they tried to take these moments.
Yes. I name you as tribute. I name you as tribute for that reason.
Right? Yeah. I'll literally go. I will literally go in my dolphin head, right, and be like, "And I'm a fucking furry. Minority status claimed."
So, throw that card out.
I'm gonna ruin this guy's name, and I do apologize. Or guy or gal, Thorbjorn. Weiberg. Sorry about that. Sent us 20 Danish kronas. Says no, please stay. Well, I see these ladies. Poor Candy has to get some rest.
Don't blame me.
Let me finish. Lorena's got things to do, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got to go to work in the morning, even though it's just going over the laptop app.
We love you, Candy. God damn it.
Oh.
Anyway, and Mary, of course, has to get going like she just said too. And I got to run over to Willie's channel. So if you want to check me out, I'll be over there in a little bit. I don't know if he can drop the link in the chat, but I'll figure it out here one way or the other.
if you want to check me out, I'll be over with Jesse Milestone over on my listener.
Nice.
Hanging out.
That's awesome too. That be sure to check that out over there. I haven't been on there in a long time. Well, not a long time, but it's been a little while.
I don't have the link for Willie, but I do have the link for
I'm not sure which channel he's doing it on. So why don't you tweet it to me, Willie, and then I'll share it. But in the meantime, Lorena, why don't you tell the folks where they can find you at?
Okay, well, hi everyone. First of all, thanks so much for inviting me back on Toxic Femininity. I love these gals and I love this show. Right now, you can find me on Twitter at Lorena Creole. And if you really want to get into some fun stuff, it's what?
That wasn't me.
I was pulling something up and it wasn't muted like a shithead.
Oh, okay. Like I was saying, if you really want to have some interesting fun, I am starting to put my channel together. So I'm working on it. I hadn't expected to be starting a channel and live streaming so much, which is why I'm streaming on my phone. And I finally got my webcam yesterday, so I'm getting that all set up. So you can actually find me on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. on author Stephen Walton's channel for TR4. That's my show with Stephen, with Sporking News Podcast, and with Jane Theory. You can also find me on Thursdays at 7 p.m. on This Week in BS with Justin Proper and Wes Moody. You can also find me that same night at 9 p.m. for the Queen's Council with my fellow queen over there, OG Star Wars, Mads Mama Bear, Nina, the best mod out there, Christy, and we just have a great time. And let's see, Saturday on the fourth wave, I literally have a schedule. Saturday on fourth wave at 6 p.m. So 7 p.m. So give me a follow on Twitter if you're so inclined. Join up for my subscribe to my channel if you want to be on the top floor when I finally start this channel. And again, thanks everybody for coming out, and thanks for inviting me on. Oh yeah, and also on the Fandom Menace too when it comes out every month.
There you go. Yes.
We got a couple more super chats. I'm gonna get real quick. Namco send us €5. Or is that £5? That's £5. That's right, Mary. Let her know that the best part of Star Wars was the Wookiee. That's right. Terminus EST also sends us $2. Married scramble Leslie's head like a Rubik's Cube. That's right. You have no idea.
I would absolutely give that woman something to think about, and we'll put it that way.
And using the colors of the rainbow while doing it.
And the Rubik's Cube would be very fitting then.
Poetic.
Captain Robert April, $2. Dolphin Girl versus the Human Funko Pop.
Oh my god.
The match of the century. All right, let's get rolling here because I know Mary's got to get going. Laura, tell the folks where they can find you. I already shared your link in the chat if you guys want to make sure to click that and hit subscribe, but tell them just a little quick bit about yourself.
Hi, you can find me on my channel, OG Star Wars, and I do Tuesday lores. I do some Star Wars news as well on my channel, random fun facts as well. And you can also join me Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Geez, I'm on the East Coast. No, I'm not. I lied. On the West Coast, Pacific Standard Time. And I talk about Star Wars. It's a coffee chat that specifically talks about George Lucas's era of Star Wars and maybe some news that's occurring right now. And you can find me every Monday with these lovely ladies and this gentleman here having a good time, just basically slamming these people who are ruining our pop culture and stuff. And you could find me with Fandom Menace once a month and with the Queen's Council every Thursday night as well. And again, it's a great honor. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Lorena, for being with us as well. And again, use the hashtag I choose legends. Thank you, Star Wars, or thank you, George Lucas as well, especially if you find this occurrence of how they're trying to copyright claim this current hashtag right now, so go against them, like I say, rage against the machine, basically, if you want to put it that way. So thank you again.
Woo.
Beautiful. And with that,
force majeure.
Last but not least, our hostess with the mostest, the mistress of ceremonies herself, Miss Mary B.
Well, hey guys,
Flipper.
Flipper.
I am apparently a furry, the mistress of mayhem, disruptor of the narrative, and official women card holder. You can find me over my channel, Mary Mayhem, where I talk about news and stuff during the week. You can also find me here on Monday nights for Toxic Femininity, as well as Geeks and Gamers. And after the stream, you can find me over on Jesse Milestone's stream, Mindless Entertainment. If you want to come hang out over there, I will be putting the link up in the chat. So, feel free to come hang out, or you can go hang out with Willie or wherever. Fandom Menace is huge, and we have lots of people. So, yeah, come chill.
Daddy Harvey is proud.
No, fuck.
All right. Thanks again, folks, for joining us, and we will catch you next week.
Proving that the Fandom Menace isn't just a bunch of toxic males. It's Toxic Femininity, brought to you by Midnight's Edge, with a Laura OG Star Wars girl, Geeky Candy, and
Last
your
minute
hostess
super
with
chat
the
from Arthur
mostest,
P. Sends $2 and says he likes OG. Ooh.